I certainly hope so. I think very much after Wednesday, or after Tuesday night, should I say, when the team returned on Wednesday, that there would have been an appetite to continue this momentum and look forward. You know, they would have had a debrief probably on the Thursday of the match itself against Derby, what we did right, what we didn't do so right, and then there'd be a massive demand to continue this run of form, you know, which we've seen against the top three, got 2 points, and now a victory away at Derby. So an opportunity here today, a sold-out away crowd to our right, which is fantastic. Fantastic support from them this season, considering it's not been a lot of joy away from home. And yeah, Charlton coming into today and again freshening things up. George Dobson returning into the middle of midfield alongside Connor Coventry, who was fantastic on Tuesday night. Chukwuemeka missing out. We think he's being rested. He was here actually. I saw him pre-match in Charlton gear, so we think he's just been rested this afternoon, maybe because this is the first time we've had 3 games in a row that he's been involved in, plus we've got Cheltenham on Tuesday, so maybe a little bit of game management there from Nathan Jones, but certainly gives opportunity to Alfie May, who you imagine is going to be full of confidence up top after his goal in midweek and the London Award, where he was named EFL Player of the Year in London, which is fantastic for him and fantastic for the club. So hopefully he's full of confidence as well, and the team maybe plays with a little bit more freedom that we've not really seen in recent weeks, because despite playing well, I think they're so intent on trying to get the win.
Yeah, I think the press conference on Thursday Nathan alluded to the fact that he has to use the squad for the amount of games we got, not just coming up, but that we've been through. Trying to play the same 11, same starting 11, maybe even the same first team squad is a tough thing to ask. And even though I suspect that he was also alluded to in previous press conferences, that would be his preference. But in this league and at this level and this intensity of games, I don't think it's possible. And it will be Northampton who will get us underway. I think from your images, same as ours, we're just to the right of the halfway line. We're attacking, Northampton will be attacking from left to right towards the match strengths of the Addicks faithful, who've travelled north to Northampton. As Charlton, the first defensive header away from I think there's I'm sure Thomas got the header away, and then Kanu was involved in a tussle for the ball. He's conceded a free kick, which caught everybody by surprise, I think. As Northampton now go down the Charlton left, and Terrell Thomas again coming out, taking no chances, getting the ball away. It'll be a throw into the home side, almost adjacent to the corner of the penalty area. Looks like it might be a long throw coming in as well. No, it's fooled us. It's a short one to Leonard. Back down to the left-hand side and cleared away. There'll be another throw. Pretty much in exactly the same position, and this one might go long. It's Pinnock on it, and he does indeed send it towards the Charlton 6-yard box. Thomas gets something on it under pressure, under heavy pressure from Guthrie. Goes down, the referee decides that's a free kick to Charlton.
Yeah, really good defending from Terrell Thomas, who had a good night Tuesday, full of confidence. Another player full of confidence after being named captain on that day as well.
And a landmark appearance as well. As Eisted prepares to get this free kick away. Sends it just to the right-hand side. Flipped off Guthrie. Anderson in there tussling, gets the header, looking for May. Bounce out here to Small on the left-hand side, under pressure, but Small keeps possession. He's into the left corner. There's a lunge coming in, and Small rides that challenge as well. Ball into the box is a good one, headed away before it can find Kanu. And Coventry and Anderson in a sandwich challenge on Leonard. It'll be a Northampton free kick in what's been a fairly stop-start opening to the game.
Yeah, it was a bit like that at the Valley a few weeks ago. Obviously a different Charlton side now, but Terry Small up against Kieran Bowie's the battle. I'm interested to see. Bowie's been a really impressive figure for Northampton. He's been on loan from Fulham for the last 2 seasons. He's got decent pace, good height. Only 21, up against Small on that side. It'll be a bit of a battle between those two, you imagine, as the game goes on.
Gillespie gets his head to the goal kick, and Dobson will also head it forward. May can't get there, but it'll drop to Anderson, who's trying to send May through the middle. And May, little touch left to Kanu. Kanu on the left-hand side, Small in support. Small sends the ball into the box. It's a high one. May looking to challenge. It's cleared away by Brough before he can get there. Edmonds Green gets to the clearance though, brings it forward for Charlton on the right of centre. Little great ball out to Tanae Watson, ball into the box, taking a deflection. Carnu trying to turn, cleared away again. Maybe Tanae Watson can get there once more. Teeing up Anderson, takes the shot, deflected it in. And Charlton have the lead. Karoy Anderson with his second in as many games. And the Addicts are ahead here.
Well, it all starts with a wonderful touch from Edmonds Green. Tell on his left foot, controls it and drives forward out of defence, out to that right-hand side to Tanae Watson. Ball in the box wasn't cleared properly. Credit to Watson keeping the move alive, laying off Anderson, who's everything he touches at the moment turns to goals for Charlton. Edmonds Green making that run forward, finding Watson, who's low cross again. Guthrie had 2 attempts to try and clear. There was another clearance as well. Watson won the ball back, and Anderson with his left foot this time. Heavy deflection, goes beyond the goalkeeper. Corey Anderson runs and celebrates again for Charlton away from home.
Well, the smile will be seen from him here, I'm sure, at the back of the stand when he turns to face us, because in a rich vein of form, Corey Anderson. As Charlton win possession back with Corey Anderson in midfield. Dobson out to Small on the left-hand side, looking for the run of Carnu through the middle. So it's just gone beyond him, and also beyond Guthrie and into the arms of Molden. The perfect start for Charlton here at Sixfields, as they try and come out of their penalty area with Sharing. Ball forward, straight to Gillespie, who heads it, looking for Dobson. Just lost out to Leonard. So Anderson, Coventry in with the challenge, puts the ball out of play for a Northampton throw just in front of their own dugout.
There might be a few Charlton fans who missed that, still getting inside the busy away stand to our right. Brilliant start from Charlton, who are starting fast and looking like a side that won for the first time in midweek for a while. They're full of energy at the moment.
Edmonds Green sends the ball forward, looking for Alfie May, just beaten to it by Shering on that occasion, and heads it back to his keeper. You can hear the Charlton fans to our right-hand side in full voice as Coventry gets his head to the goal kick. Watson trying to send it down the line. He's not got the best contact on that. It's away for a Northampton throw just inside the Charlton half.
Yeah, there was some theory about Tanae Watson coming into today's game. I think that's one of the reasons why Nathan Asimwe is on the bench. I'm worried maybe it's a contact injury that Watson has had throughout the week, and it's come off twice in the last 2 games. But certainly maybe not be playing. Fairly fit at the moment, but helped to create that goal.
And he's been playing well, Watson, as Charlton win possession back from Gillespie out to Small. On a run, Thierry Small. Little touch into Alfie May, who cuts across the pitch. Just pulled back there slightly, but referee says play on. It's back with Thomas, out to Gillespie once more. Again, he lifts it through the middle, looking for Carnu. Headed away by Shering, almost to the feet of Dobson. Couldn't control it, and it's away for a Northampton throw on their right-hand side.
It's interesting, Dobson and Coventry have been kind of swapping places at times. At the start of the opening 4 minutes, it looked like Coventry was going to be the more advanced midfielder. Now it looks like Dobson's going to join Anderson and being a little bit further advanced.
Throw comes in, Gillespie the first to meet it, trying to head it towards May. Just intercepted, and Northampton clear, but it'll go straight out of play for a Charlton throw. In front of the Addicts dugout, just inside the Northampton half. Gillespie will take it. Charlton in the white shirts and black shorts down the line, looking for kind of little flick on, asking Alfie May to chase it, but just had too much on that. And through to Molden, overarms it out to the left-hand side, and Brough. He goes down the line, but gets that all wrong. Straight out of play, it'll be a Charlton throw. He kicked the floor. Brough there, and he's holding his foot.
It's Charlton shape that forced that. Tell as soon as Brough picked it up on that left-hand side, wanted to go down the line, but Simpson wasn't there. Charlton cut off the middle man. I think it was Leonard who was making a run forward, and Anderson was clever in the way he gently pressured. He didn't really close him down, almost gave him the opportunity to go down the line where he knew there was plenty of Charlton bodies there to deal with it if it did end up that way.
Edmonds Green with a throw down the line. Anderson got something on it, I think, but it deflected off Brough and away for another Charlton throw. This time beyond halfway inside the Northampton half. Addicts right-hand side. Anderson comes short and then just gets taken off his toes, but he battles back, Anderson, with a crunching challenge. And the referee might want a word about that. He's left Leonard in the heap on the floor. Looks to be okay though. Northampton will have a free kick. Again, about halfway inside their own half on the left-hand side. They'll take it quickly back to Guthrie. Walden took a bit of a heavy touch there, and May looked interested, but he got it away. But Watson with the header into Anderson's path. Back to Coventry, launches it forward, but a little bit too much on that. And May was coming back from an offside position anyway, so Molden deals with it comfortably. He's got it at his feet now. The Northampton goalkeeper is going to send it down the middle. Thomas gets something on it, so does Dobson, but it will deflect into the path of Hondermark. Got Willis down the right-hand side. Small comes across, a good challenge. Be a throw into Northampton.
And Northampton haven't got going at all, but as I mentioned earlier, they do have good players. They're a side that have done really well this season, well managed by John Brady. And, you know, a side that won't give up. So for all Charlton's possession and scoring early, it's a Northampton side that won't fear going forward.
As Willis gets the throw back and touches it past Small. It's a great challenge from Gillespie, but he has to concede the corner.
And these are the moments where Northampton will be looking to make a difference. Guthrie, the centre half, Sherrin, likewise, two tall opposing figures. I've already mentioned Bowie, but also Tyree Simpson, strikers, a player who will certainly be an awkward customer for the Charlton defence.
Short free kick, short corner back to Leonard. Tanay Watson with the header away, and Kanu might be able to pounce on this on the right-hand side. He keeps it in on the left, sorry. Just holds it back, Kanu. So avoids one challenge, and another one coming in from Leonard. Back to Gillespie. Gets it back, Kanu from Dobson. And the ball inside to Thomas. Left him a little bit to do, but he clears it away. And Alfie May thought about chasing this, but it's gone all the way through to Molden.
Yeah, it's a shame, because when Kanu cut in initially, there was a lovely run. I think it was from Anderson once again forward, and he was untracked, but I don't think Kanu spotted it. It would have been an outstanding pass to find him, but certainly that run was on.
Watson stops the progress of Broth down the left-hand side, but it's out of play for a Northampton throw. Still inside their own half. 10 minutes gone. Charlton with the lead here, given to them by Karoy Anderson. Ball up in the air. Anderson with that touch. Thomas trying to get on the ball. Just to steer it back to Eisted on the edge of his penalty area. Under no pressure, Harry Eisted. Can clear it away down the left, looking for Small. That might have too much on it. No, Small challenges with Willis. It deflects towards Dobson. Tries to keep this in on the left-hand side. Can't do so. It'll be a Northampton throw. Willis back to take it. Still waiting for the throw to come in, and then down the line it goes. Small, leave it out of the way. Gillespie with the header clear. Bowie was the one putting the pressure on Small this time. So Leonard, currently with the ball in his hand, doesn't look overly impressed about taking the throw. He might leave this to Willis, and does. Willis throws it infield. Ball back from McWilliams. And pick out Hondermark. That's a great tackle coming in from Gillespie, but he can't find Kanu. Coventry then try to pick out May, but he gives it straight back to McWilliams. Ball forward, so back to McWilliams, and he's got Broth to his left-hand side. Kanu chasing him back. Ball inside. It's a touch coming in there from Bowie, and the shot eventually. It's gone well over the bar. Charlton will have a goal kick.
Yeah, it's the first time Northampton were able to get Bowie into the game. Ball forward from Leonard it was, who's a decent player at this level. Sorry, it was Broth in the end, but Leonard is a player who's been impressing as well for Northampton, but they managed to find Bowie, just poked it forward to Tyree Simpson. It was an ambitious effort from that range. I think Charlton defence were probably happy for him to not try and take on Terrell Thomas in the penalty area there, but certainly the first time Northampton have really tried to test the Charlton defence so far.
Yes, first shot in anger for the home side, Simpson. Edmund Green gets there before Simpson. A flick on from Anderson, can't pick out May. So it's good tussling from Coventry, and he's fouled as he tried to get the ball back. A tad soft, but the referee deemed that the challenge coming from McWilliams was enough for a free kick.
Well, like what I like about this middle three, Town, similarly to the midfields we have been playing, is that they've been so much more aggressive, Charlton, in the second balls. When that ball's bouncing down, Anderson's competing. So even if we're not winning the first contact, we're still, like, that's an example of Coventry. He doesn't get to the ball first, Coventry, but make sure he gets his body across and then is fouled. I feel like in previous months we've been quite weak in midfield and waiting for them to take a touch and then close down. We're trying to get in the faces of the opposition.
Coventry's free kick looking for Gillespie, headed away, but Thomas will pick it up for Charlton. Guides it back to Dobson. Sends it into the penalty area, and initially looked like Kanu could get there, but it went over his head straight to Molden, who tries to go quickly out towards Simpson. Tane Watson slipped but recovered well to get the header away. But it will be a Northampton throw.
Yeah, he did really well, because as you said, he slipped and there was no Charlton player behind him. There was a Charlton player to his left, which I think he would have liked to have initially tried to go that way and took no chances and headed it out of danger. It was the right decision in the end.
Brough with the throw. Throws it into the feet of Pinnock. Ball up towards Simpson. Edmonds Green this time gets there first and cuts it out. Sends it down the line, but there's no Charlton player there. So Molden will come out of his goal to tidy it up. Sends both Guthrie and Shering away. And, complete mess of the clearance out, goes straight out of play for a Charlton throw. 14 minutes gone. Charlton still a goal ahead. Perfect start for Nathan Jones. He'd have been a little bit upset that we didn't start well against Derby, but second half performance was outstanding. We want to keep that going. As Guthrie gets to the throw, heads it down to play for another Charlton throw in, this time just beyond halfway inside the Northampton half on our right-hand side. Edmonds Green with it. Anderson comes short, ignored him momentarily at least. Still Edmonds Green looking for options. Now Kanu shows. Tane Watson goes back to Edmonds Green, who slips again but gets to the ball. Ball into the box looking for Alfie May, cleared up in the air by Shering. Anderson will challenge, gets ahead there as well. Brough with the clearance away, and he's gone sideways, and Pinnock trying to keep it in, does so. Ball up in the air. Edmonds Green the first to react for Charlton. Across to Dobson, gets a head on it. Deflect out here to Small. He's got Coventry in support, but it's gone beyond him, and Gillespie rather will send it forward to Tane Watson. It's a great ball if he can keep it in, but he just bounces away. I don't know if that caught some wind as well. It's been windy here in Northampton, but away for a goal kick.
Yeah, he's unlucky because it's a wonderful spot from Gillespie, because Northampton were pushing out, but Tane Watson was just lingering onside. And it's such a great idea in the Charlton centre half. First time, initially it looked perfect, didn't it? It looked like it was going to be a wonderful pass.
Just sort of gathered speed as it went, as it hit the ground. As Molden gets the ball away, Thomas does well to get to his head first. Kanu slips there, and Brough does as well, and allows Anderson with the challenge. Away from Northampton throw, but players just finding it difficult to keep their feet out there. Pitch looks in decent condition, mind, but there's had a lot of rain all across the country, of course, not just here. Brough prepares to take this throw just inside his own half. Pinnock back to Brough, and it's a good challenge coming in from Coventry this time. It's another throw, pretty much in exactly the same space. Again, Pinnock coming short. This time it goes long and into the midriff of Bowie. Gillespie got something on it. Bowie trying to avoid Coventry. Clears the ball away. Bowie went down, and the referee's given a free kick, I think. Coventry looking a little perplexed.
Yeah, there's 3 or 4 Charlton bodies around Bowie initially.
I think he made a swipe both at the ball. I think Bowie was in the general vicinity, and I think he was more evading the challenge rather than actually getting caught with it.
Yeah, he just tripped him with his left foot, Connor Coventry.
Free kick to the home side. It's right on the touchline on the left-hand side. Swung in towards the Charlton penalty area. It's a header coming in, cleared away by Tane Watson. It was Bowie with the header, who's been their main man since Hoskins been injured. Alfie May does superbly well to collect the ball, but Charlton's trying to lift it into the path of Kanu. There's an important clearance away by Brough, but it runs Coventry's way. Out to the right, and Alfie May into the penalty area. Just go back to Coventry. Right side, ball into the box. Kanu just can't get there, and Nork and Small evades the pair of them and away for a throw-in on this near side.
Inches from Charlton. It was brilliant from Alfie May initially, holding the ball up, looking towards Kanu. Wasn't properly cleared. Ball eventually came the way of Coventry. And via a bit of luck through Alfie May's pass, I was able to get the ball back, and He had a lot of power on his cross, Coventry, and just over the head of Small, who covered a lot of ground to get to the edge of the penalty area. Or sorry, inside the penalty area, not too far away.
Thierry Small in the thick of it again as he allows the ball to go out of play under pressure from Bowie for a Charlton throw. Gillespie comes forward to take it on the left-hand side. Dobson shows short, as does Alfie May. Throw goes down the line, looking for Carnu. Willis heads it away. It'll be a Charlton throw. 15 yards away from the corner flag now. Be a Gillespie again to take it. Might be interested in launching this towards the 6-yard box. Although Thomas has come short. Gillespie telling him to go back. Small is available as well if he wants him. Home side not happy with the time, and Gillespie does launch it. Carnu can't get there, but it'll come back out to Dobson. He's trying to tee up Small, but he's got that angle of the pass all wrong. I think he actually thought that Gillespie would stay where he was, but Gillespie was retreating back to his left-sided defensive role, and so there was nobody there. Shout.
Had to have given him a shout there, Gillespie, because he had a good opportunity to control the ball and get it back in the penalty area.
Willis with a throw down the line. It's going to run through to Terrell Thomas, and launches it forward towards Carnu. Beaten to it, but Dobson with a touch towards Alfie May on it. It's kicked against May. Northampton can break here on the middle towards the left. Header coming in from Tanae Watson. It'll drop kindly to McWilliams. Ball forward down the right-hand side. Good pressure from Tanae Watson. Back to Brough though. Then sends it down the line. Deadman's Green will header it away. McWilliams trying to get there. Again, Watson first to head it in. And run Leonard's way. Across to the right-hand side is Willis. Looks to go through the middle to Bowie. He controls it, Bowie's got Simpson outside of him, as is on the left-hand side Pinnock. Ball into the box, away by Dobson. Charlton with numbers back, but nobody in midfield at the minute, and Willis will pick it up for Northampton. Goes past Coventry, goes down, referee says no. Carnu, little touch left to Small. Carnu taken out, Small continues his run. And he got May in the middle, Anderson trying to make it in there as well. Thierry Small, right side, left side of the penalty area rather, cuts back on his right foot. Lifts the ball into the box, there's too much at net, so runs away for a goal kick.
He's a little bit unlucky, to be fair, Tel, because there's no real option in the penalty area. And I think he knew that, and that's why he tried to put as much power on the cross as he could, but just got it wrong with his right foot, because it's a wonderful run. And he does really well to cut back inside onto that right foot. And it's a sign of progress for him that Charlton needs to work on. He's been really impressive since he's come in, but his crossing is a bit erratic. We saw him score, of course, at Bolton, where it's a wonderful right-footed cross that ended up all the way in. It's just, you know, working on that, because since he's arrived at the club, he certainly, from a physical point of view, has added a lot to Charlton, and on that left-hand side has covered good ground. He's only 19 years old, and moments like that are going forward are what he can improve on.
Ball forward from Northampton. It's gone straight out of play. It'll be a Charlton throw. Gillespie with it, looks for a quick throw down the line towards Carnu. Little flick on, looking for May, but cleared away before he can find it. Coventry in a tussle in midfield. And then Watson just to have gone through the back of Pinnock. Northampton will have a free kick in the centre circle.
Yeah, I thought there might have been a foul by Coventry initially. I don't think the Watson one was a free kick. I might try and do some research after this game of the amount of fouls Charlton have given away in the last 4 games compared to before, because it feels like they're not afraid of giving away free kicks, trying to be aggressive.
Leonard into the feet of Hondermark, gets it back. Leonard looking for options, given to him on the left-hand side by Pinnock. Fizzes in at him, but he controls it. He's taking on Edmonds Green on the left-hand side. He gets the ball deflected off Edmonds Green, and there was just a fear that might have sneaked into the corner. Istead taking no chances, palms it behind for a corner.
Yes, that's that awkward position towards the near post. Istead had to run across to make sure he wasn't going in. I think he did have it covered. As you say, that deflection just made things a little bit awkward for the Charlton goalkeeper. It came off Edmonds Green.
Well, Mr. Stubbling, you might as well take it from here and let me lead commentate for the rest of this first half.
Cheers, Terry. After 22.5 minutes. Northampton 0, Charlton 1 as rain starts to pour down. Corner's taken short towards the far post. Gillespie wins the header. The header breaks the way of Coventry, and Charlton will look to push forward. Coventry with Small on the overlap. Coventry cuts inside. We'll look for Alfie May. It's a wonderful pass. Oh, it's just gone beyond May, who's out on the right-hand side. May, options in the penalty area. Watson close by. Here's Tanae Watson. Low cross, but cuts out the near post, and the move has been wasted. The ball goes up towards Simpson. can't get under control. Good pressure from Edmonds Green, and then Dobson takes over. And Charlton have it again with Gillespie.
It's a real nearly moment there, wasn't it? That ball from Coventry looked like an absolute peach when it left. And again, just like that earlier pass, just seemed to gain momentum and speed as it went towards Alfie May.
Gillespie looks for the switcher play across towards May. Yeah, I think initially, as you say, Tel, the pass looked perfect. Maybe Alfie May could have taken it into his stride.
If you look, there is a blustery wind going across from right to left. Not directly straight, but looks like it goes cross field, and maybe they're the reasons.
Edmonds Green gets the ball back from Anderson, makes progress forward, turns back. Still got Edmonds Green looking for a crossing opportunity towards the far post. Small trying to get there, comes towards Carnu in, and hits his hand. Right decision, this handball's given.
Just for a second there, when I saw Small attacking that ball, thought he might have a header on goal. Just couldn't get there quick enough. And Carnu's hand, sadly in the wrong place at the wrong time.
It's horrible drizzly rain now.
I mean, we had some sunshine break through just before kick-off, and we thought, oh, this could improve things. Absolutely miserable in the drive up here, but seems to have caught up with us.
Maldon with the free kick. Ball's high in the air. Terrell Thomas wins it. Guthrie forward. Anderson's there for Charlton. Doesn't get enough on his header. It's Brough forward to Simpson. Lays it off for Pinnock. Ball forward is long. Cleared away by Thomas. Carnu lays it off. Anderson controls. Falls down. Wants a free kick. Nothing given. Coventry blocks the ball forward. I think Anderson stood on the ball.
Yeah, I think there was contact from McWilliams, but it wasn't the contact that actually sent Anderson to the floor. It was him treading on the ball. I think that's what the referee decided. I think Anderson thought it was the contact that took him out.
Inside to Pinnock, and now McWilliams. Williams back to Maldon. Headed forward by Coventry, cleared away. Edmonds Green short to Coventry, does well to stay on his feet. Back to the Charlton centre half. Edmonds Green goes long. Guthrie clears. Flicked on by Pinnock. Ball inside now, we'll find McWilliams. He's got space to bring the ball forward. Looks for Bowie. Controls well. Bowie looking to lay off to Simpson. Simpson in the penalty area. Looks to go past Terrell Thomas and falls to the floor. Harry Isted will gather the ball.
Yeah, it wasn't the most convincing of drops to the floor. Home side, the home fans rather, feeling more in desperation than anticipation there.
Well, actually went out of play for a goal kick as Isted short to Gillespie. Looks towards Carnu, headed away. Ball bounced to Pinnock. Inside towards Leonard, under pressure from Coventry, and it's another free kick given against the Charlton midfielder.
Yeah, he just had his arm up towards the base of his neck, and Coventry, and I think that's what swung the referee's mind, is to give the free kick.
Yeah, due to the number of fouls, I wouldn't be shocked if Coventry eventually receives a booking from the referee. Probably the fourth of the match, I think. So he's been tight on Mark Leonard, on loan from Brighton, with the free kick now to Northampton. Leonard goes towards the left-hand side. Watson gets the initial header, gets the ball back from Coventry, and will look to clear for Charlton. Comes off Pinnock. Off forward towards Simpson. Lays it off for Brough again, and now McWilliams as Charlton look to push Northampton back. Williams inside to Leonard, and Charlton do push them back. There's now Willis. To take it past May, stays with him all the way, and good challenge from the Charlton striker.
He did really well, Alfie made out.
Gillespie, long, high in the air towards Carnu. It's over his head, but he'll give chase as Guthrie has to guide it back to his goalkeeper. Takes a touch and looks to go long. Ball hangs up in the air, Coventry's there. May lays it off for Anderson under pressure from McWilliams, and it's a good challenge. Northampton have it with Brough. Goes forward towards Pinnock. Goes down by Edmonds Green. Brough continues his run. Being tracked by Watson. Ball inside to Tyree Simpson. Challenge from Thomas. Still Northampton looks to players. McWilliams. There's Willis on this right-hand side now for the Cobblers. Forward to Bowie. Now McWilliams. This is the referee as a bit of a decoy. Now Leonard. Changes passes with McWilliams as the hosts are looking to maintain this bit of possession. Charlton trying to stay patient in a defensive shape. Balls with Honda Mark, formerly of Barnsley. Down the line goes to Willis, looks forward, but Gillespie's there. Inside will find Coventry. To his left is George Dobson for Charlton. Dobson trying to find Alfie May of the ball forward. The idea was there, but the execution wasn't from Charlton's captain. It's pulled down the line. Gillespie just makes sure he clears it out of danger.
Yeah, that was unlucky. See what George Dobson was trying to release Alfie May down the outside with the pass using the outside of his boot. Just didn't get enough on it. There's good defensive patience from Charlton as Northampton look to play it around.
Over the throw, inside to Honda Mark. Looks to turn Dobson, the ball across to find Brough, who brings it forward, under pressure from Carnu. Brough low cross towards the near post, hits Tane Watson. Goes out of play for a Northampton throw.
Yeah, sun comes out again. Northampton enjoying probably the best little spell of pressure in the last few minutes.
Pinnock goes across to potentially take a long throw, but he's might leave this for Honda Mark. No, it will be Pinnock. As Guthrie and Sherrin are up from the back. So rain stopped with a little bit of sunshine now. Throw towards the near post. Tane Watson jumps and heads it away, but only as far as Pinnock again. Low cross hits Corey Anderson. Goes out of play for a Northampton throw.
Yeah, that was smart, but he won't mind. It's good closing down from Corey Anderson.
Short. Pinnock again. Ball towards the edge of the penalty here, but Carnu's there for Charlton. Now needs a bit of support to try and find Coventry, but gives it straight to Leonard, who shoots, and brilliant block from George Dobson.
Excellent block. Don't know if it was needed, but Carnu did well there.
Carnu slips and catches McWilliams. Charlton fans near that weren't happy. Maybe felt that there wasn't that much contact because McWilliams is certainly down on the field.
It's difficult to tell from this distance and this angle. I think the referee's talking to Daniel Carnu, saying that it was a slip, so give you the benefit of the doubt there.
Currently a rainbow now over Sixfield, seeing everything here. Just needs snow.
Stop it.
As Northampton has the free kick. And again we'll push bodies forward. Guthrie and Sherrin once again forward. Willis is also not too far away. As Pinnock takes towards the far post. It's a wonderful ball in, and Gillespie watches it all the way, gets the first header, and then Tane Watson with a good second header. Charlton want handball on Leonard and get it as well. Yes. Brilliant defending in the end from Charlton.
Superb header from Gillespie, made sure he got there first. There's a decent ball in, and one of those that defenders hate to defend because you're heading towards your own goal, but he did it superbly, Gillespie.
31 minutes played, Northampton 0, Charlton 1. Corey Anderson with the goal. After 4 minutes, the difference between the two sides. Truth, neither side have really had too many efforts since that. We've had a couple of close moments. Northampton, you've seen shots go wide so far as Isted with the free kick. Anderson wins the header, but Brough clears it away. Chases on as Terrell Thomas watches the ball all the way and goes back to Harry Isted. Out of his penalty area. Look to clear forwards. Carnu the target, but McWilliams heads it to his right. And now Honda Mark. Dobson gets back and gets a touch on the ball. And Gillespie tried to clear it forward, but Leonard picks up the pieces. And now McWilliams out to Willis. Forced back by Thierry Small. And Willis will go all the way back to Malden. Takes no chances with his kick as it goes long. Ball up in the air.
It's got to be offside, that. Yeah, I thought Simpson needed to leave it alone because both him and Bowie were coming back from an offside position, but it hung up in the air so long, I think he just got bored.
Isted with the free kick. And Charlton will push bodies forward. Up goes Gillespie. Danny Edmonds-Green is back inside the centre circle at the moment. Dobson slowly make his way back as Eiston with the free kick. Forward towards Thomas, wins the first header. Gillespie flicks it on towards Kanu, can't get under control. And Northampton clear towards Simpson, who just throws Dobson down to the floor.
Say arm wrestle was more of a chest wrestle. With
WWE. Get off me kind of move from Tyree Simpson, who's been booked.
I'm assuming it's for the final throw. I think the tussle itself was...
it was almost like it wasn't really a headlock. He didn't lock him, he just threw him away. Bizarre from Simpson, who finds himself in the book. Maybe a bit of frustration from him. And Charlton with another free kick, which again they'll look to send bodies forward for. Coventry it is to take. Diagonal ball into the penalty area towards Thomas. It's actually flicked on by a Northampton man. I think it was Guthrie, so Charlton will have the corner, the first of this afternoon.
Actually, Thomas did well there because the ball was in the air, and I think he realised that Guthrie was never going to get a clean header to that, so he almost allowed him to head it because he headed it backwards and away for the corner.
Thierry Small goes across the tape with his left foot. Charlton have Dobson and Coventry on the edge of the penalty area. Today Watson further back, everyone else is in the box, although Anderson just peeled out slightly. Small will take. Swings it in towards the near post. It's a wonderful delivery and well headed away. Coventry back in the box. May trying to get there. Gillespie will for Charlton. Out to Small on his left foot again. Thierry Small will go for goal, and it's well gathered by Maldon as the ball came through a whole host of bodies.
Yeah, you could see Thierry Small wanted that shot. But decent contact, just a little too straight.
Clever play from Leonard to find Pinnock. Now Leonard forward to Bowie. He turns, looks for the run. Shering out to Willis. Cross towards the edge of the penalty area. Thomas got something on in. Edmonds Green with an important prod away. Supports with Connor Coventry. Left to Small. Looks down the line towards Kanu, and it's a good ball that Kanu will chase. Guthrie under pressure, has to clear it away. And that was good from Thierry Small and good from Daniel Kanu.
I think Guthrie wanted his goalkeeper to help him out there, but the goalkeeper thought better of it and went back in towards his 6-yard box, so didn't really have a lot of options, Guthrie, with Kanu breathing down his neck.
Small will leave the throw for Gillespie. Referee's not happy with the time Charlton were taking to take.
Yeah, but Gillespie's clearly the named throw-in taker, so he was a distance away from it.
Gillespie down the line to Small. Looks for the cross, but it comes off of Willis. And Charlton will have the corner.
It wasn't obvious to anybody in the ground except, I think, except Thierry Small, the referee. Everybody else was thinking, well, that's an ambitious request for a corner, and obviously took the touch we couldn't see from this angle.
Connor Coventry goes across the take.
Can Charlton convert this pressure into a second goal before half-time?
Coventry with his right foot. Swings it in towards the far post this time. Alden gathers. He waited for the ball a little bit, the goalkeeper, but it's an easy catch in the end, and now Northampton will look to break. As Charlton trying to get bodies back. Balls with Pinnock out to left to Simpson. Simpson takes it past Dobson. Low cross comes off Watson. Coventry gets something on it. Dobson, awkward control. And Simpson again with the cross, comes off Watson this time. Northampton have the corner. We have to give credit to the Charlton bodies. They got back in the end. I think there's about 9 Charlton bodies in the penalty area when that cross came in from Simpson.
Yeah, once we'd done the initial good defensive formation, because Northampton had a man over with that break, we actually had the chance to clear it and really didn't do that convincingly, which has resulted in this corner. We had the opportunity to get it away and didn't take it, so got to do it again.
Leonard to take. Everyone back for Charlton as Leonard looks towards the far post. Gillespie again, that's a brilliant header. Shering Lurkin.
You could see Shering start his run from the left side of the penalty area, looped round, and was the target for the corner. Gillespie spotted that, tracked it out there and got his head to it. Great defending.
Willis will go across the take. It's going to be a long throw. I see a lot of them in League One. Throws towards the near post. Headed to the edge of the box by Guthrie, and Carnu clears it away.
Yeah, I don't think that's where he meant to head it, but again, under pressure from Gillespie. Couldn't really direct his header where he wanted it.
Throws taken back to Maldon. Takes another touch and goes long. Simpson the target. Thomas jumps well, gets the header. Dobson lays it off, but ball ricochets towards Anderson. Out to his right. Coventry slides in. Comes off of Hondermark last. Pinnock keeps it in. May Watson gets back and fouls a Northampton man, according to the referee.
Didn't look anything in that. Got his foot there. It seemed from this distance anyway. Watson, I think. Again, it seems a generous one to me. To watch it again. I don't know. Maybe he caught him just after. Difficult to tell. Did look generous from first showing. Charlton have to defend this, as they've done pretty much everything else so far.
Pinnock's been the man who's been taking them so far. Leonard's also there. It could be the left foot of Pinnock again. Free kick. It's taken by Pinnock. And towards the edge of the 6-yard box, ball comes down and Small has to clear it away. Luke Williams with an awkward header up in the air. Alfie May looks interested, lays it off wonderfully to find Coventry. Connor Coventry now for Charlton, driving forward. Wants a bit of movement, out to the right to Alfie May, edge of the penalty area. May onto his right foot, goes for goal, and it's parried behind by Maldon, and Charlton will have the corner.
Yeah, you can tell Connor Coventry wanted to switch that ball almost first time, but he just, I don't know if he trusted the angle he had on his right foot, so he just waited until Alfie May was in a little bit more space, and Alfie May was always going to try and get in on his right foot and get the shot away. Keeper wasn't entirely convincing with the save.
It's a wonderful first touch from Alfie May to start that counter-attack as Charlton will have the corner. Thierry Small to take towards the near post, and there's a good header away by Shering. Dobson gets something on it, Anderson trying to get there. And Bowie got there first, and then referee gives a foul, and again it just looked like Bowie got to the ball first, in my opinion. I don't think there was much contact after that. The free kick is given.
I think for both sides, I think the referee has been maybe a little swift to give free kicks for challenges. Maybe the conditions and the wind are affecting that.
Maldon to take the free kick. Goes long. Bowie the target this time. Gillespie gets there. Anderson strong in the challenge in the end, and now Small looks to go long towards Carnu, who's coming back from an offside position. Goalkeeper will gather nonetheless.
Yeah, I think he would have been flagged offside had he got there. Just made the run initial. I think he was expecting Terry Small to hit it with his left foot, but Small was blocked from doing so, so he had to come back on his right.
Hold on the ball at his feet, and now we'll go long towards Simpson. Edmonds Green shouts for it and gets it. Dobson's pass is wayward, and Pinnock will have the ball back. And the pressure from Watson. Pinnock with the ball down the line looking for Simpson. It's a decent idea. Thomas comes across, his clearance hits Simpson, and then Bowie has a wayward touch. And almost a bit of luck for Northampton, but Bowie couldn't take in his stride.
Yeah, we got away with one there, not because of any bad play, just that, as you say, a bit of luck with Thomas's attempted clearance ricocheting off a Northampton man, almost ran Bowie's way.
Edmonds Green, that's a wonderful ball forward. Alfie May looks interested, off under pressure, has to concede the corner. And again, those passes into the channel.
Excellent run from Alfie May to create it, spotted by Edmonds Green. And see Charlton maybe keep it away from that near side. Maybe think of something else, a short corner routine potentially, just Northampton been able to clear it away from the centre of their 6-yard box every time we've attempted to get the ball in, so maybe something a little bit different.
Thierry Small to take. A little bit deeper this time, and it's comfortable for Maldon. Every player went near post, so I just imagine that was overhit by Small. David Jones with his arms in the air. Let's say, what was that?
Yeah, it was different, but I'm not sure it was deliberately different.
It's a throw from the goalkeeper, finds Pinnock down the line to Hondermark. Takes it inside, Watson looks to McWilliams. The pressure from Coventry. It's a wonderful pass out to Willis on the right-hand side. Willis inside to Leonard. It's Willis again, inside to Shering. Now McWilliams, ball forward, cut out by Small. Header only as far as Leonard. Back to Shering. Back to Guthrie as Charlton will look to push out. Guthrie across to Brough. It's a good ball inside to Hondermark. Charlton a little bit deep there as Hondermark has space to progress. Dobson holds it up initially. Hondermark to the left to Pinnock. Now McWilliams. And now Shering. Again, Charlton deep here as ball's back to Guthrie. Haddock's looking to push up now as McWilliams to Shering again, and Charlton do really well. That line stays strong and force Northampton back, but they still have possession, the Gobblers. This is out with the left back and Brough. Across to Guthrie, the captain for Northampton, and now Leonard. Outside of his boot, finds Brough, and down the line to Hondermark. Northampton trying to stretch the Charlton midfield as Hondermark makes a run forward. Dobson tracks him all the way, and it's a good sliding challenge to find Tane Watson. Coventry back to Dobson. Slips as he goes forward with the pass and gives it back to Northampton. There's Leonard forward to Hondermark. To his left is Pinnock. Cross towards the far post. And Gillespie had more time than they realised, but took no chances to clear it away.
Yeah, he needed somebody to tell him either Isted or Small were close, and they should have just said he had the time to leave it. Small could have picked that up.
Willis with the throw inside to McWilliams as we about 30 seconds until see if there's any added time at the end of this first half as Gillespie heads the ball away.
I think what Charlton have done well is that Northampton initially were very keen to put the ball up towards Simpson and asked their striker to battle for it, but the Charlton defence's line has been strong.
Simpson, ball across, looks for Pinnock. Hondermark behind him. Hondermark out to Pinnock. 1 added minute at the end of this first half. Pinnock with the cross towards the near post. Terrell Thomas takes a touch. Has to get across Bowie. Has to deal with this, Terrell Thomas. Keeps it in play. And does eventually clear away. That's fantastic from Terrell Thomas.
Absolutely outstanding.
He never looked favourite to really deal with that. We did brilliantly for Charlton's. Ball short to Shering. Back with Malden.
Yeah, there looked 3 occasions there where Terrell Thomas was going to lose possession of that ball. And he refused to let it happen.
Guthrie, ball down the line. Looks for Pinnock. Well held up by Tane Watson. Now Anderson. Just go down the line. Malden will race across to try and keep this in. Can't do so, so Northampton might not even have time to take this goal kick. About 10 seconds left.
Yeah, I'm not sure the home fans think so, because they're all making their way to the refreshment centres.
He doesn't even get time to take the goal kick as there's the half-time whistle after 45 minutes. Northampton 0, Charlton 1. Goal coming in the opening 4 minutes by Corey Anderson. Back-to-back league goals for the Charlton midfielder. His deflected effort, the difference between the two sides. In the half where Charlton have enjoyed possession, Northampton grew into the half without really causing too many problems for Harry Isted. At half-time here, it is Northampton 0, Charlton 1. And to go through that first 45 minutes, we'll hand you back to the Charlton TV studio with James Brownie and Kevin Lesby.
Well, fantastic to see there that we continue on an upwards trajectory under Nathan Jones. A pretty solid first 45 there, Brownie, and literally from the opening minute, real intent, real purpose that we saw there from the Addicts.
Yeah, I mean, continuing on from Tuesday night, the positivity on the front foot. I quite like the way we started in terms of we were direct, we tried to turn them round, we pressurised together up behind the ball. And that converted itself into the opening goal. Well, before even the opening goal, what you just said there, we can see a little clip of, you know, that more direct style of play. So just break it down for us there, literally, from the goal kick. Yeah. So none of the centre-halves are even considering getting the ball. Look where they are. And that's all based on percentages. So we've got a player beyond the ball ready for the flick on. We've got 4 backing it up for the knockdown. Our back line's up against the halfway line. And that's allowed us to be able to pressurise Northampton like this. We've gone from a long goal kick to eventually getting a ball into the box. right? And this is in the opening minutes of the game. And when we all sit here as pundits and as presenters and we ask for a quick, fast start and a high-tempo start, turning opposition around, that's what it looks like. It's not the prettiest, but that's what it looks like right there.
It was fantastic. Liz, literally, Northampton couldn't get out of their own half, could they? And it led to the opening goal for the Addicts.
Yeah, I think, as Brownie spoke about, one of the things you always spoke about in my days is always a quick start, and you got your fullback high there. I think that's a good ball there. And then obviously, look at it, you've got bodies in the box. I think we've got 4 or 5 people in the box looking to put pressure, and he gets it out of his feet and little deflection, but it's gone in. But it starts, as Brownie say, from that quick start.
Yeah, Karoy Anderson, the man of the moment, 2 in 2 now. I think he'll be credited with that goal. I think his initial shot was going on target.
Of course he will be, yes.
But even if we go back to the initial press from the defender in this clip, Brownie, one of our centre-backs wins it in front of the forward, doesn't he?
Yeah, and they've done that very well. A noticeable difference, actually, in terms of the first ball up and how well we've attacked it. It took Northampton a long time to get going. I don't think they had an attack until about the 12th minute, and they hadn't actually got into a half particularly well until about 8.5 minutes. So that's how well we started, and that's how you should start a game away from home. On the front foot, pressurising the back four, trying to turn them round. And actually, I think, I can't remember, I don't think it led to that, but a ball dropped to Karoy Anderson on the halfway line. He chested it, didn't even look to play. He just popped it in behind their centre halves. I think it was Kanu who went and pressurised it, boxed them in, couldn't get out. And that's how you have to start games. You've got to get territorial advantage. You've got to be on top in terms of the pressure, and then you go from there. And it really knocked Northampton out their stride. They're not a bad side at home, all right? And they've had a cracking season. And we knocked them out of their stride for a good 15, 20 minutes. It
looks like a really good foundation and structure from the team as well, doesn't it? But perhaps with what Nathan Jones is doing on the training field, because you can't play this style with regards to pressing in ones and twos. You've got to go in 3s and 4s, haven't you?
Absolutely, and there are trigger points, you know, which if we sat here and went through the game, you know, sometimes it's hard to identify them when you need to actually rewind it, and you'll see an action from a player. And you go, that's the trigger point, because it will come over and over again about when and where the trigger starts. But he's done a good job. I don't think we said Reading was Reading. It was the first game, difficult to get, but he learnt a lot. He would have learnt a lot from that performance, and we've steadily seen what Nathan's about. And listen, that first 45, we've kept Northampton relatively quiet. I don't think they've had a shot on target. You might correct me if I'm wrong. I need to put my glasses on to see the numbers.
No, nothing on target. They've had a couple off target. But looking at the front two, Liz, as our forward here today in the studio, working really well together. Not got on the score sheet so far, but even them involved in the press has worked really well. And we've got a couple of clips we can look at to see that. Yeah,
I spoke to Brownie earlier about understanding why he's playing these two. And these are the reasons here. You got Alfie May there, and look at that. That's just a simple ball in behind it. Well, I say simple ball. It's a ball in behind, but also you need runners. And then who's on it again? Alfie May. Once he's in that box, it's dangerous. And then there's a little cross there, and maybe if he attacks it a little bit more, there's a goal. But you can understand why those two are up front, because of their work rate. And we go from defensive positions to attacking positions really quick because of these two. They're willing to run. You got people willing to run off the ball here. I think if he does this now, I think it's a better opportunity of scoring. He takes his time, 2 or 3 touches, and then it allows them to get bodies back in. We still get a shot off, but I think if he does it a little bit earlier, I think it's more of an opportunity.
Still managed to get a shot off there, Alfie May. But Brownie, I think for myself, I'm looking at that really positively, that even Connor Coventry is backing them up, even though we're playing 2 up top. At certain points during the season, our forwards have looked quite isolated, haven't they?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, that comes from actually a period where we were under pressure. We would defend, and this is another side of it. We've defended our box very, very well. Centre halves are suddenly looking stronger. They're looking more aggressive, and that came from about a 4 or 5 minute period when Northampton were just starting to turn the screw and get on top a little bit, and that counter stopped them in their tracks. It was great to see. I thought Kanu could have made a run on the diagonal across. All right, and there was certainly space in behind to slide that down for Kanu. He sort of started to make the run and then turned around and looked at Connor. Didn't need to.
Do you think because he's on his left foot, maybe? If it was the other way around, possibly. I think he points and he makes a real running intent. But I think because of where he is and it's going on his left foot away from goal, I think maybe he's thought, let me just stay where I am, and in doing that, sort of kill the space.
What do you think the messaging would be from Nathan Jones at half-time, Brownie?
Well, again, you keep a clean sheet, you've won the game. So that clean sheet mentality has to be in place. It doesn't have to look particularly pretty, James. I've got to be honest here. We were having a discussion and I'll stick by this every day of the week. I don't care how we win. I literally don't care, right? And you've seen the difference in style of play, and I've bemoaned about the style of play, putting our defenders and our midfielders under pressure at times, and it's led to us losing games. We can't now moan because the style of play is a bit more direct, is a little bit more, pop it in behind and pressurise. I like it because I just like winning games. I liked it as a player. I said to Kev, I don't ever remember questioning the style of play. Yeah. Just every game, win. That was it. Now, you can't win every game, you understand that. But for me, winning as a player, there isn't anything better. I don't really care how you get there. But I'm happy with that first 45 minutes in terms of we're 1-0 up. We don't... Listen, Northampton have got a decent front three. Bowie, Leonard and Pinnock are not bad, and we've kept them at bay. And if you can do that and for another 45 minutes, I can see us getting a second on the counter.
Well, if you're tuning in from anywhere in the world, don't forget, we'd love to hear your thoughts on the first 45 minutes away at Northampton Town, where the Addicts have a 1-0 lead. So get in touch via the WhatsApp and we will read your messages out. But once again, there's a lot to be positive about Charlton Athletics' performance today on a Saturday afternoon. But just for the moment, we are going to turn our attention away from today's game. And although he's not here in the hot seat, Scott Minto has a message for you all out there.
Hi guys, Scott Minto here. Hope you're all well. I just wanted to let you know about the Upbeats Walk, which is just before our last home game against Shrewsbury, April the 20th. We raised lots of money last year. We raised, in fact, nearly £50,000. It was 49,000. We want to break the 50,000 barrier this time around. Please, if you can, sign up to it, look at the newsletters, get on the club website and get involved as much as you possibly can. I'll be there. I look forward to seeing you there too.
Great cause there, the Upbeats Walk, with a few familiar faces, I imagine, as always. Brownie, not sure the knees would make it from Sparrows Lane to the Valley nowadays?
No, they wouldn't.
Upbeat car run, isn't it?
Yeah, I could be encouraging from the car window. Lisby, sharpen up, son, come on.
Kev, you're still looking in pretty good shape. I reckon you could jog it.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Listen, my knees won't be able to last that long. I can give you 5-10 minutes, like back in the day when I was playing. But yeah, it's a great cause, isn't it? But I think me and Brownie are...
Boulder will be there. 100% Boulder will be there.
He's everywhere in this football club, always smiling and shining as well. Does so much for us, doesn't he?
Won't meet a more positive person.
So, guys, if you're out there and watching, make sure you sign up for it. The Upbeats Walk from the training ground all the way to here at the Valley. If you can't be here for mobility reasons, like these two old boys, or geographically, then at least make sure that you go and donate for a fantastic cause. Gents, yeah, the dressing room must be pretty positive, though. Half-time for the Addicts. Croy Anderson on the score sheet again. He must be buzzing now, Kevin Lisby.
Yeah, as I said before, the game, I think he's one of the first on the team sheet. And looking at his performance today, I think he's really important in the way the manager wants to play and how the team wants to play at the moment. So, yeah, it's a good goal for him, especially coming off the goal on the weekend. And hopefully he can continue with these performances, because I think he's a massive player for the club at the moment.
Brownie, you had a very busy pre-match. I know you've done a lot there. This isn't just a random sheet of paper that sits in front of you. We've not really discussed Northampton Town and their threat. We haven't seen any threat, really, have we, from them in the first 45? What have we got to watch out for, though?
Well, listen, I've just mentioned the three behind the striker, and if you remember, Simpson scored a decent goal here. When Northampton came to the Valley, he scored very early on. Our two centre-halves were split. There was a ball through the pair of them, and he raced on and finished with it was a really good finish, strong, above the keeper into the back of the net. And he's been kept relatively quiet, and the three behind him have been kept relatively quiet. I think I'd like to see us perhaps, go back to pitting them for the first 10 minutes of this game, try and turn around a little bit more and play in their half, because they did sort of start to get back into it in the last 15 minutes of that first half. But quite honestly, it's like we said before the game, we should be high on confidence in terms of the last three results we got. You get something today, and you go into Cheltenham and you go into Carlisle here, and there's a real opportunity to get a run going, which we just haven't had this year. Oh, it feels like we haven't had the opportunity. But I like I said, just don't be the guy that makes the mistake to let Northampton back in it, because it's a real dangerous scoreline. If the opposition scores one, the momentum swings, the home crowd gets suddenly elevated, there's an atmosphere in the ground, and you can find yourself pegged back. So just don't be that player that gets a little bit complacent and doesn't follow the runner or doesn't make the clearance, because up to this point we've defended manfully across the pitch.
Kevin Lisby, it's clear that every man is behind Nathan Jones and buying into what he's doing. Is it perhaps he's learnt from his time at Southampton and Stoke, or is it that perhaps at this level of football he can demand a bit more and be a bit more direct in his messaging?
Yeah, we spoke about it earlier. I think it's important, every manager, once you've gone to a club and it hasn't worked out, you go home and you reevaluate what worked and what doesn't work, and you try and fix it, and then you try and implement your style of play when you get into a different club, and I think that's what he's done. He's probably obviously looked at his times at the other clubs he's been at and what's worked and what hasn't. And for me, we spoke about earlier, just simple play. It's nice and simple. It's effective. Balls in behind, runners, pressure. I don't think you can go wrong with that style of play. And I think especially coming into Charlton as he's coming in the period we're in terms of needing results. So for me personally, I think he's learnt that we need to press teams high. We need to get balls forward. We need to get balls in the box. As Brownie spoke about, centre-backs nice and high, taking it off the strikers and continuous pressure in the opposition half.
Yeah, I think subtle difference today. You know, you haven't got Chucks coming on who just seems to give the crowd a massive lift. He's a boost for the players coming on. I think there's a feeling when he comes on, right, this last half hour is going to be us.
Can Ladapo do that same role?
Yeah, he can't. He's not going to get the same. You're not going to get the same feeling when Ladapo comes on, but yet he can do it. Of course he can. I actually would love Freddie to come on and score again for himself. You know, he's a talented player, particularly at League One level, and he can score goals. It just hasn't quite worked here at the moment, so I'd love to see him come on and score.
It's more about the mentality of the player as well, isn't it? You come on and the manager says, look, for 15 minutes, give me everything you got. And I think that's what Chucks does. You can put him on for 15 minutes and he'll give his absolute all, and he'll come off the game, looks like he played 90 minutes. Yeah. And I think sometimes it's the mentality of the player thinking, I'm going to do what the manager's asked me to do. I'm going to do my best for 15 minutes. And maybe as the subs come on, hopefully they've got that sort of mentality that they're going to change the game and they're going to work hard and they're going to do what they can for the team.
Yeah, to be fair, Freddie, come on. That's how he's got his goal this year.
Yeah.
Come off the bench, and it was a wonderful strike. Yeah. One more of them today would be absolutely lovely.
Brownie, you mentioned if we keep a clean sheet, we win the game. This new mentality that we seem to have within the squad, do you think that there would still maybe be a nervy 10 minutes if it was still 1-0 towards the end of the game?
There always is. You know, even when you're having a good season, that last 10 minutes, I can't explain it to you. And Curbs, if he was sat here, would say, oh, you've done that hundreds of times, because you do subconsciously. You can be winning a game. It doesn't matter where you are. As a back four, you're all aware of where the clock is, and you start to get deeper and deeper and deeper because you feel like defending deeper in numbers is safe. And sometimes it's not. And you invite pressure. What I don't want to see is this drop deep early. You can understand that in the last 10 minutes. The opposition's got nothing to lose, throwing things at you, long balls maybe, but certainly don't drop early in this second half.
Well, let's see how the second half pans out. Hopefully another positive 45 and 3 points in the bag. Back over to your commentary team now of Terry Smith and Greg Stubley.
Yeah, cheers, guys. Welcome back to Sixfields, where I think Northampton are going to make a change at half-time. Charlton look like they are. It looks like Ben Fox is going to be introduced for the hosts at half-time. He's going to replace Jordan Willis. So change at half-time. Fox is on for Willis. Might see Fox going to midfield and maybe Hondermark to right back or McWilliams to right back. We'll wait and see. Charlton unchanged for this second half. Alongside me, Mr. Terry Smith. Till, first half. Certainly the perfect start. Wasn't necessarily the prettiest first half we've ever seen this season, but certainly Charlton winning at half-time is a good feeling, and hopefully match it with a similar feeling at full-time.
I just wonder whether Northampton will try and match Charlton up and go three at the back, because Willis is obviously the right back, and you say Fox is normally a midfield player, so I'm wondering if they will go three at the back and then try and just match Charlton up as we get back underway here.
We are underway for the second half as Harry Isted's kick is just hung up in the air. Anderson, little header, will look for Tanae Watson. Ball down the line. Gruff will play it forward. Leonard under pressure from Anderson, goes back to the left back, who clears it away for Northampton towards Bowie. Headed away by Edmonds Green. Now Anderson forward towards Carnu. Couldn't quite take in his stride. Northampton look forward. That's a wayward pass.
Tell you what, there's a real chance there. Daniel Carnu could have got that under control, because May had already started the run and he was beyond. Would have been Guthrie.
Bowie inside to McWilliams, out to Hondermark, who's gone over to right back for this afternoon. second half with Fox. His first touch is to go back to Sheringham. It's a wayward pass. Not the best introduction into the second half for him. So Alfie May takes the throw in. Back to Dobson, and now May again. Down the line for Small, but Charlton will have the throw instead. Corley Gillespie to take. Attempted to go backwards, but Thomas was under a little bit of pressure from Small. So Gillespie throws inside to Dobson and gets the ball back instead onto his left foot. And cross towards the far post. It's an awkward cross for Northampton to deal with. Pinnock will try and let this go out of play for a goal kick, and does well for the hosts.
It's a really good cross from Gillespie, and you'd be a little bit disappointed that there was nobody at the end of it. I think maybe was the closest Charlton played out. Just couldn't get on the end of it before it drifted out of play for the goal kick. And Northampton, it's difficult to tell whether they're doing three at the back or not, actually. It's
ball forward. Simpson can't control it under pressure from Coventry. Pinnock with the ball down the line towards Leonard, and Watson's there for company. Comes off the right back last.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to know what Nathan Jones thought of that first half, whether he'd be just happy with the start and the fact that we are in the lead, or maybe a little disappointed we didn't capitalise further on that, on the opportunities we created.
Pinnock forward towards Simpson. As a header, Bowie crashes into the back of Tanae Watson. Charlton will go back to Harry Isted, who clears it forward. Again, the ball just hanging up in the air. Fox with a header forward. Bowie to his left is Leonard. Down the line looks for Simpson, well cut out by Edmonds Green. And towards Carnu, does well to let the ball stick to his feet, and now Alfie May on a run. Carnu and Anderson to his right. Still Alfie May, looked towards Carnu, but didn't get enough on the pass or the touch. And Northampton looked to pass it forward towards Simpson. Headers back. And May, cushioned header to Thierry Small. Back to Gillespie. Exchanges passes with Dobson, and now Gillespie forward to Anderson. First time ball looking for Coventry. Falls the way of Alfie May out to the left towards Coventry. Can he keep it in play? Can't. It's out of play for a goal kick.
Yeah, a couple of frustrating touches from Alfie May. First one where he tried to release Anderson. I think he was caught in two minds whether it was Anderson or Carnu he was going to send, and in the end didn't do either. And there again trying to release Coventry, but this time put too much on it. I just think he got caught in two minds what to do with that that pass out, and ended up giving it to no one, which is frustrating.
Malden with the goal kick towards the halfway line. Edmonds Green meets it well. Sheringham forward. Simpson the target. Terrell Thomas gets something on it, enough to roll the ball towards Harry Isted.
Yeah, I think the referee would have given a free kick there, but he's let the game go because it ran through to Isted as Simpson just bent over and allowed Thomas to roll over him.
Gillespie inside to Terrell Thomas, out to the right to Edmonds Green. Tanae Watson short, but instead goes forward towards Carnu. Again, good control from Daniel Carnu, having his shirt pulled. Play continues as Coventry. Back to Carnu again in space. Carnu, ball down the line looking for Anderson, who may well have been offside. Ball forward towards Bowie. Challenge from Edmonds Green is a good one. Play will continue. Anderson to Watson. Now Coventry's got Dobson in space in the centre circle. Drive forward here for Charlton. So brings the ball. May to his left. Still Dobson in a heavy touch. Allows the challenge to come in from Leonard. And moves stalls as Fox looks towards Bowie.
Again, there's frustration. Nathan Jones is mirroring that frustration, because that was a good opportunity again, and just the wrong choice at the end, this time from George Dobson. And we had players to his left. He's just acknowledging that fact that he got it wrong.
Edmonds Green with the throw forward, headed on by Carnu. Guthrie clears it away. Bowie again the target. Thomas is there, Coventry down, but Bowie look for the run of Simpson. Ball down the line, should go out of play. Harry Isted will go across to make sure it does. It does go out of play for a goal kick.
Two really good opportunities in this opening 5 minutes of the second half that Charlton haven't capitalised on. That'll be frustrating the Addicts boss. But again, he'll be pleased, I guess, with the attitude and the way we've come out in this second half and carried on as we started the first half. But we really need to turn this possession and good football into goals.
Eisted's goal kick again. He's not having much joy of his goal kicks at the moment. Harry Eisted just getting held up in the wind and not finding their target. And the ball's ricocheted out of play for a Northampton throw halfway inside the Charlton half.
Northampton found that in the first half. The goal kicks and the clearances out aren't going the same distance.
Pinnock to take. Goes towards Simpson, headed away by Edmonds Green, and now Dobson, good header on, finds May, controls, looks for Carnu, lays it off for Anderson. Anderson, first time, looks for Alfie May. The idea is good, can May get there? He can. He's been ushered to the left by Sherring. May keeps it in play, looks towards Thierry Small, who couldn't quite get there, and the ball went out of play nonetheless, which probably works out better for the Addicts in truth.
In the end, I think you're right, yeah. It's a great idea, it's a flowing move, and ball from Anderson, just too far ahead of Alfie May. Although, in fairness, if it had been less on it, I think it might have been defended away before it got to him anyway.
Throw down the line. Gillespie wins the header. Carnu the target. Fox flicks it on. Coventry strong in the header. Northampton won a free kick, not given. It's Pinnock. Ball down the line will give Bowie something to chase. Edmonds Green takes a touch. He does really well, the Charlton centre half. Although his clearance goes towards Pinnock and then Coventry clears it away.
Yeah, don't think Eiston did him any favours there, because Harry Eiston looked like he was coming out and then retreated back again. And I think Edmonds Green was a little bit worried if he sent the ball back to Harry Eiston, it would put him in trouble.
Off the ball forwards. Gerald Thomas comes to meet it and volleys it clear. It's Honda Mark. Back to Sherring, and to his left is Guthrie. Brough, who's taken a touch, looks forward. It's a good ball to find Bowie. Controls well. Dobson closes him down. Bowie turns nicely on the right-hand side is Honda Mark. Up against Thierry Small. Honda Mark, wayward ball backwards. Alfie May trying to get to it, but McWilliams keeps possession for the Cobblers. Now Sherring. Honda Mark, back to McWilliams. To his left towards Brough, under pressure from Carnu, has to clear it away first time. Gerald Thomas, that's a good header. Down to Gillespie. Looks to go long. Brough has to watch it all the way, takes a touch, but Carnu again with the pressure. Struggling to clear their lines at the moment. Northampton have it on the right-hand side now with Sherring. Ball forward towards Bowie, lost his footing. Ball come all the way to Harry Eisted. Just received a glancing blow by Simpson. It's been booked, has to be careful.
Just give him a cuff around here as he went past.
Dobson inside to Gerald Thomas. Across to Eisted. Goes long towards Carnu. Pinnock crashes into Daniel Carnu, and the free kick's given to Northampton.
Which looks entirely sure how I can understand that. Unless
Carnu was the one
I don't know.
Unless Carnu was actually the one who crashed into Pinnock, who stayed still, but that seemed a bit harsh. But play will continue. It's Guthrie inside to Leonard. 54 minutes gone in the second half. Still Charlton 1-0 up. Rough to left to Pinnock. Ball back. Comes the way of Carnu. Turns back and has been tripped by McWilliams. Charlton free kick.
I think that was a bit soft, so I think Daniel Carnu was going nowhere. And he initiated the contact, perhaps was already on his way down. Clever from Daniel Carnu.
Thomas out to the left to Gillespie. Turns and uses Thomas again. Forward to Corey Anderson, who's a poor first touch, and McWilliams intercepts and looks to bring it forward. Anderson trying to get back, and the ball's wayward, and brilliant defending from Edmonds Green, who made it difficult for him to find Simpson in the first place. Yeah, and he clears it away.
Read it well, Edmonds Green, read it really well.
It's Fox down the line to Pinnock. Back to Fox. Comes towards Brough, and the ball forward. Simpson falls to the floor too easily. Charles Thomas isn't aware that Bowie's behind him, gets his body across, and now with defending to do, clears it down the line. Coventry the challenge. It could be a Charlton throw, but instead Northampton have it. A bit of Charlton sloppiness last minute or so. Throw's taken. Pinnock. Brough forward towards Bowie. Lays it off for Simpson. Challenge from Anderson. Ball's not properly cleared as Fox looks towards Leonard, who can't control, and then Dobson back to Harry Eisted.
Yeah, it was calm from Dobson. Ball pinging around the edge of the area, just took the sting out of it.
And Gillespie bringing the ball forward. Carnu the target. Ball again hanging up in the air. Sharing. Now Hondermark. Trying to get on Dobson. Trying to do well to force Northampton back. Sharing will use his goalkeeper. Goes back to the right. And Northampton will look to bring it out with Shering. Ball forward towards Pinnock. And leave this for Brough, and Pinnock will go in the penalty area. Leonard it is, swings it in towards Bowie, who wins the header. Goes harmlessly wide, and Charlton will have the goal kick.
I'd say probably Gillespie did enough there as the ball was in the air. He just wanted to make sure that Bowie couldn't get a decent enough contact on it. And a scrappy start to the second half, I think it's fair to say. Charlton got to deal with the conditions that Northampton had to deal with in the first half. That crossfield wind was preventing Charlton from being decent length on any clearance.
Stick goes a little bit lower of his kick, and it's beyond Small.
He's got distance, no direction.
Goes back to the goalkeeper. Coventry heads it away. Ball comes down to Dobson. He turns and uses Gillespie to the left. Gillespie ball forward towards Thierry Small. Can he keep it in play? No, he can't. Nathan Jones just coming out a little bit frustrated with his Charlton side so far in the second half.
Probably frustrated that they're not learning maybe that those balls in the air have got to be either precise or just not done at all. Kick the ball on the floor.
It's Guthrie. Edge of the penalty area. To left-hand side is Fox. Northampton preparing to bring two players on shortly. It's Pinnock to left-hand side towards Bowie. Simpson is in the penalty area. Bowie, ball down the line, will find Pinnock, who looks to go for goal, but maybe chooses the wrong option as it hits the side netting. I think he was unaware that Tanae Watson behind him had lost his footing. He had more time than he realised.
I don't think he might have done. That might have been what encouraged him to take the shot on, because it was almost an impossible angle to try and score from, but he gave it a go.
And Hoskins is about to come on for Northampton, and Apere, both of them scored at the Valley. And 3-2 win in January. First to make way is Bowie. Here comes Apere.
And if the other one is going to be Simpson, two like-for-like changes if so.
Here's Tyree Simpson, the other one to make way. Sam Hoskins is on to replace him. Hoskins, probably Northampton's best player usually, but he had an injury earlier this month, so his last couple of games has been on the bench while he recovers. And Simpson will make way. Hoskins is on, like you say, Tel, like for like.
In terms of forwardly, yeah, but two different style of players, which Charlton have got to deal with now. A lot more pace, and maybe there'll be a few more balls over the top.
Well, Hoskins will also drop off and try and create as well. Hosted with the goal kick, goes short to Edmonds Green. And the pressure from Hoskins, ball forward is going to be collected by Pinnock, but maybe that's a sign of Charlton not having much joy of the long ball, trying to go a bit shorter. But in the end, Northampton get the ball back anyway.
Got to do it quicker if we're going to do that. Just took our time.
Rough the ball forward.
Now Hoskins to close the space down, and we've got to be mindful of that. So he's got a lot. I don't know quite how he's recovered from his injury, but certainly a player that has a lot of pace.
Gillespie rolls it out to, so to say, Eisted rolls it out to Gillespie, who looks long towards Carnu. Goalkeeper takes a chance, heads it away only as far as Anderson.
Encouraged to shoot from the fans.
Looks inside now to Dobson. Lays it off for Gillespie running forward. Couldn't quite take it into his stride, so lays it off for Small. Gillespie on the overlap. Small with the cross. Flicked on towards the far post and cleared away in the end by Pinnock. Dobson under pressure. Ooh, risky ball inside Edmonds Green. He just about gets that right. Edmonds Green out towards Tanae Watson. Gets to the ball first, but the delayed fall to the floor doesn't work in his favour. Northampton look to bring it forward as Fox. Left-hand side is Pinnock. Ball inside to McWilliams, and Coventry slipped, which actually works in his favour. Northampton trying to win the ball back, but Dobson on Edmonds Green. And down the line towards Carnu. Touches inside and back to Anderson. Takes his eye off the ball. Just forces him back slightly. Coventry to Anderson, over the top, looking for Watson. Rough with defending to do. It's inside to Fox. Clears it forward. Edmonds Green away for Charlton. Anderson the target. Fox will find Pinnock. It's a good bit of control, but the ball forward is collected by Terrell Thomas, and the game's getting really scrappy as his clearance is up in the air. Coventry does well to meet it and heads it away. Rough under pressure, clears forward. Edmonds Green can't get underneath it. Zapere loses out to Thomas. Steps forward, looks to Alfie May. Good control from May. Lays it off to Small. May just bundled off the ball. He's fallen on the floor. Charlton should clear the ball out of play, but the referee says carry on. May's back onto his feet. Charlton will play on.
I don't know if the referee just ignored that or whether he was allowing Charlton to play on. I couldn't quite make it out. He didn't make any signs to say that he saw a foul, so I don't know.
Gillespie, long ball forward, Sheringham under pressure from May, and loses out to Alfie May. Guthrie comes back and makes the challenge and clears it behind. Oh, free kick's given. The referee feels that Alfie May crashed into Guthrie.
I don't know whether Alfie May said something to the referee if he didn't give the earlier foul, and that might be why the referee is not keen on giving Alfie May anything straight after. And they're going to make another change, the home side.
And McWilliams is the next man to make way. Jack Sowerby will come on, so 4 changes for Northampton this match already.
They're rolling the dice early on.
Free kick's going to be taken by Malden. So we played 62 minutes in the second half. Northampton 0, Charlton 1. Malden long ball forward. Terrell Thomas goes to meet it and does so. Sheringham forward. There's Small. Looks for May. Sheringham under pressure from the Charlton striker. The Addicts look to press, and it's good pressure from George Dobson. Ball goes out of play, and Northampton will have the ball.
I'm sure Nathan Jones will be impressed with that. If we can't win the ball, make sure Northampton can't do anything with it. It's a slender lead, but it's a lead nonetheless.
Freddie Ladapo's about to come on for Charlton. The Addicts force Northampton back, and now Malden look to go long. Perry heads it on, but it's beyond Hoskins. Anthony Watson can turn. Pulled down the line's a decent one to Kanu. It's a good first touch. Opens space up, and now on the left-hand side is Dobson to Thierry Small. Opportunity to take on Hondermark for Small. Dobson goes on the outside. Small takes another touch, which invites the challenge from Fox. This ball's all the way back to Coventry. Now Terrell Thomas to Isted. Immediately out to Edmonds Green. Northampton pushing out well. Edmonds Green takes the right option. No chances. Ball down the line, and Bruff has to clear it away. And it's a really good ball that from Edmonds Green. Intelligent play from the centre half.
Yeah, it's an equally intelligent run from Daniel Kanu to give him that option into the channel. Relieves the pressure. I don't know if Ladapo's going to come on for Alfie May. I think maybe Nathan Jones thinks there's need a bit more physicality.
Well, especially with the Sowerby change, you imagine another player coming on for Northampton trying to add a bit of physicality. Edmonds Green prepares to take the throw. Down the line to Anderson. Looks to turn. Fox with the challenge.
Yeah. Edmonds Green wanted it back. Anderson going to use him as a decoy almost and turn away, maybe because the ball wasn't really sitting for him perfectly. And then it came off the back of his heel as he tried to make that turn.
Off the throw down the line. Watson wins the header. And forward again. Perry controls. Dobson lays it off for Edmonds Green. Ball towards Kanu. Off wins the header, goes behind him. And Sheringham had to be aware. It's Dobson with the header forward. Anderson likewise. Ball goes out of play, and it'll be another Northampton throw. Throw down the line to Hoskins. Good pressure from Coventry. Pinnock will look to take. Down the line towards Zapere. Ball hits the Northampton striker. And can't keep it in play. Terrell Thomas, oh sorry, should I say does keep it in play.
Yeah,
Terrell Thomas can't keep the ball in play himself, and Northampton will have the throw.
Tyrell Thomas didn't realise the ball just ricocheted off his legs.
Pinnock takes, goes short to Leonard, back up to Pinnock, inside to Leonard once more, cross towards the far post, towards Hoskins, but it's overhit. Charlton will have the goal kick, and might see the change here from the Addicts. Freddie Ladapo being readied. Final instructions, perhaps?
Yeah, I think so. I'm assuming, well, of course we're assuming himself, might not be, but
yeah, play will continue still. It's Tyrell Thomas. And the ball, it's a wayward ball that Coventry slides in, and then that slide actually worked out well for Charlton.
Really
Poor
important
decision from Thomas.
It was a
Now
really
finds
important
Coventry.
slide from Coventry because he made connection with the ball and it ricocheted off the Northampton man.
Anderson forward towards Carnu. Anderson again looks towards Tanae Watson, who's made a great run forward. Watson gets the ball to the left towards Dobson, edge of the box, still with it. Dobson took too many touches, and the move stalls as Northampton bring it away through Fox. Down the line looking for Hoskins. Tyrell Thomas comes across, and again good defending from the Charlton centre half, who clears the ball off of Hoskins. But again, the space opened up for Dobson, who just doesn't seem to want to take a shot at the moment for Charlton.
The opportunity was there, and then he took that extra touch that allowed Northampton to get a foot in. And it is indeed, it's going to be Daniel Carnu who's coming off.
Yeah, I was thinking that he might be tempted with Carnu. A little bit of fresh legs in Ladapo. Carnu's worked really hard the last few games.
He's played every game, every minute. So
and they'll be thinking about Tuesday night as well. Freddie Ladapo is on.
Well serenaded by the Charlton faithful behind the goal.
And a substitution in lead commentary box as well, as Terry Smith will lead you through the rest of the second half.
Cheers, Greg. So join us if you are just joining us. It is still 1-0 to Charlton with that Corey Anderson goal. It's trying to go down the line on the left-hand side. It's flicked out of play by Dobson, I think it was, the last touch. It's going to be a Northampton throw now. 10 yards or so inside the Charlton half, into the middle. Hoskins trying to get there. Coventry gets there first, but it's across here on the left-hand side to Pinnock. Steps on, ball back inside to Sowerby. Trying to switch it across. That's cut out by Small, but he was trying to send the ball forward, maybe to Arsenal to make a run, but he's skied off his outside of his boot. Throw into Northampton. Sherry, ball across, cut out by Anderson. Coventry tees up the run of Alfie May. Alfie May's got Ladapo on the right-hand side, and there's a run on far side from Dobson. Still Ladapo into May once more. Can he get a shot away? It's blocked, as he does so. An important block from Guthrie. And cleared away by Pinnock, only as far as Thomas. Guthrie, Gillespie to his left. Gillespie hangs it up towards the far side of the penalty area. Watson there, takes it down and in control. Back to Coventry, ball into the box. Alfie May with a header! Off the post! Can Watson finish? Tanae Watson underneath it, and may well have gone out for a throw on the far side. I'm not entirely sure, but Alfie May's header, he can't cap. Well, it's been a perfect week for him with another goal.
It's a fantastic cross from Coventry. It's so good. It's found Alfie May in that 6-yard box, or just the edge of the 6-yard box, when there was 2 or 3 tall Northampton players. They couldn't deal with it. May just guides his head there, thinking if I just get contact to this, it's going in. And is so unlucky to hit the post.
Northampton restart. Thomas with something on it. Anderson steers it to Gillespie, who sends it forward, again asking Alfie May to run it. Holds up in that wind, but that's great control from Alfie May on the left-hand side. Looking for options, Alfie May. Through the middle is Anderson. It's just gone beyond him. It's allowed Guthrie to touch it back to his keeper. Scrambles it clear. Gillespie underneath this, heads it forward, looking for Small. Blocked away, Coventry with a touch, and he steers it into Alfie May once more. May turns, finds Small on the left-hand side. Across comes Shering. It's an important slide in from the Northampton defender. Be a Charlton throw on the far side.
Yeah, it looks like Nathan Jones has just asked Alfie May just to drop slightly, because he's finding a little bit more space, the Charlton striker. He's not playing off the final Northampton defender. He's kind of leaving that to Ladapo now. He's looking to try and drop into that space that Northampton seem to be allowing Charlton to have.
Charlton have wrestled back the impetus of this second half after Northampton have made those changes. And it's now Gillespie with a throw, 10 yards away from the corner flag. In towards the 6-yard box. Trying to get something on it. It's up in the air. Led away by Sherring, and then cleared by Leonard, and Dobson with a late one is going to get booked.
It's Coventry with the foul.
Is it Coventry? I beg your pardon.
Yeah, Coventry's the man who's been booked. I must say that because I think Dobson's one away from 2-game ban, so it's not Dobson.
Yeah, no,
Definitely Coventry has been booked.
When does that stop? It's a couple of games yet, doesn't it? I think before the amnesty. So yeah, it is Coventry. 7,700 inside six fields. Just short of 1,500 of those are Charlton fans away to our right-hand side. You can hear.
I can't help but think second goal for Charlton would kill this game, really. And when it's still 1-0 and you've not been playing well, as Northampton haven't really, there's still opportunities there, you feel, for them, if it stays at that.
Thomas with the header away from the goal, free kick, and then Coventry sends the ball forward towards Ladapo. Can't get there, Brough clears it away. Dobson with the challenge, and it deflects into Alfie May. Dobson again, this time left too small, and he's managed to catch up with his own touch left. Still small, heading towards the corner of the penalty area, taking on his man. Ball crossed in the box. Oh, headed away before Anderson could meet it. It's an important clearance that stopped Anderson from getting on the end of that cross. Lapere sends it up towards Hoskins. It's foot in from Gillespie, and then comes off of Leonard after a touch off Dobson. And Charlton will have the throw.
Dobson enjoyed that. Charlton's captain smiling as that little flick. He knew what he was doing in terms of just making sure Leonard didn't get to it, and ended up winning a throw for Charlton.
Edmund Green down the line. It's a throw in, header in from Ladapo, trying to pick out May. Cleared away before it can get there. Gillespie tracking it back, guides it back to Eisted in the Charlton penalty area. We've had 27.5 minutes of this second half.
Charlton will be pleased with the impact of Ladapo so far, though. He's looked quite sharp off the ball, not afraid to make movements, just causing Northampton a little one or two issues defensively. They don't look as organised as they have been for this second half.
Thomas takes it off Eisted, goes left to Gillespie, who's going to send this forward, cross field to Anderson. Anderson can turn in a bit of space, although Hoskins is pursuing him backwards. Ball out right to Edmonds Green. His ball forward to Coventry. Governly touch. Coventry trying to tee up Watson in the box. Watson across the penalty area and across the 6-yard box. Ladapo just couldn't get there, and before May could, Sherring steers it away for a corner.
Connor Coventry again. That is an outstanding pass to Tene Watson. That's perfect. It's a perfect pass to find the Charlton wing back, who just puts a little bit too much on it for Freddie Ladapo to get there, and brilliant, brave defending from Sherring in the end to slide and clear it behind. But the ball from Coventry was outstanding.
Corner, Alfie May with it in front of the scoreboard. Coventry coming short for it. Alfie May will ask for it back, and Alfie May into the penalty area now. It's a heavy touch, so it's allowed Hondamuck to clear it away. Small, pursue it backwards. Steps inside Hoskins, still small in possession. Lifts it out here to Edmonds Green. Header inside, asking Thomas to continue his run. He's got there as well, Terrell Thomas. Back to Edmonds Green. Charlton captain, now ball forward from Ladapo. Just couldn't get it under his control, and guided back to Molden, who clears it forward. Gillespie will come up to the halfway line to head it back into the Northampton half. Brough with a clearance forward. Again Gillespie with the header, and this one will drift out of play for a Northampton throw in front of their dugouts. John Brady issuing instructions to his team before this throw is taken.
Well, he knows that Charlton are on top here. As I said earlier, I think the second goal could really kill this game, but just failing just to take that opportunity. A lot of moments have opened up without really testing Molden in this second half, but they're growing stronger while Northampton's changes haven't really made a difference yet. But certainly the likes of Hoskins and players like that, if they get the ball up to their feet, could make a difference. So
Charlton do well to win the ball back from that throw, and Brough has to concede a Charlton throw. There's a screen down the line. Up with the header inside, but met by Fox. His ball forward towards Hoskins, and Coventry wins the ball back for Charlton. And then Gillespie sends it forward, asking Alfie May to pursue it, Sherring across. Can't wait for it to go out of play, so guides it left. And Dobson will probably allow this to go out of play. No, he steers it inside to Coventry. Takes a touch Coventry, back to Gillespie, and inside of him is Terrell Thomas. Thomas going to be under pressure from Leonard. And Hoskins going to pursue Edmonds Green, who just steps to the wrong side of him, tries to lift it across here to Watson. Who can he keep it in? Watson, yes he does. And today Watson's then brought down by Brough, will almost certainly find himself in the book.
I think Edmonds Green's had a brilliant game as well, Terry. I'm not sure that was his ambition initially, but I think he's added a bit of calmness in Gillespie so far to this Charlton defence, and ball forward is Tanae Watson can only go for that, and he's brave getting there first, wins the free kick out of nothing, so well played Tanae Watson.
Worried about him when he went down because he's carrying that hip injury. He's up on his feet, looking okay. He's just signalling to the bench that he's all right. Nathan Asimwe warming up just in case. Charlton will have a free kick.
It's what competition for places does. Watson, since Kane Ramsey's joined, knows that he's probably finding himself maybe second choice long term. Has played really well last 3 or 4 games. Has really stepped up for Nathan Jones.
Coventry with the free kick just on the touchline. Swung in, Gillespie the target, headed away before it can get to him by Fox. Small will pursue it out there. Too Small on the left hand side. He lifts the ball into the box. But can't get down. Pinging around in the edge of that 6-yard box and cleared away. Thomas was up there as well, and then Gillespie sends the ball into the box. Can Alfie May get there? No, it just goes beyond him and allows Malden to come out and claim it. Just momentarily you thought that Charlton were in there, and then Malden under pressure throws the ball out, looking towards Hundermark. Great run from Thierry Small to put him under pressure, and the right-sided defender now misses it. Charlton throw comes in. Ladapo with a header. Shering clears it away. It'll be another Charlton throw, this time about 10 yards away from the corner flag. Kurt Small will leave this to Gillespie. Comes forward. We've got 12 and a half minutes of normal time remaining in this second half. Charlton still with the goal advantage. Dobson gives it back to Gillespie. Sends Ladapo away in the corner. And it's touched away from him by Pinnock. Another Charlton throw. This time Gillespie may send this long. No, Anderson comes short instead. Gives it back to Gillespie on his left foot. Tries to get the ball across. It's blocked away again by Pinnock, and it'll be another Charlton throw.
Well, this suits Charlton at the moment. Still prodding at Northampton. They might win a corner here as well.
Yeah. Throw looking for Anderson is intercepted by Pinnock, but away for a corner. As you said, Greg, earlier on, feeling his second goal would definitely kill this off. Do Charlton gamble for it, though? They don't want to leave themselves open at the back for any reason whatsoever.
I don't think Nathan Jones is a man who looks to sit back, though. Let's be honest here.
No, that's true.
He's a man who's full of positivity, full of encouragement.
Doesn't want to hold him at arm's length. He wants to knock him out.
Not exactly that. Oh, Charlton.
Alfie May with the corner in front of the Charlton fans. Swings it in. It's a dangerous one. Thomas gets something on it, and then Guthrie, I think, got the header away. Coventry will pick it up for Charlton. Back out to Alfie May. It's all about hitting it first time. Taking a touch, now gets it into the box. Ladapo will jump, gets a head there, but he can't guide it goalwards. Just wide of the post, it'll be a goal kick.
He jumped really well for Ladapo. He wasn't favourite for that whatsoever. He was very unlucky. It was a difficult chance for him. That's the pleasing thing for Nathan Jones, is that he's taken players out the side. Sometimes if you've done quite well and you've been taken out the side, you can really get to you, but we've seen the opposite effect where the players come in and they really make a difference.
Stolen the ball off of his man, and now May will poke it goalwards under pressure from Sowerby. Couldn't get it past Malden. Northampton may break here on the right-hand side. Thomas guiding it back to Eisted, though, before Hundermark can get there. It's a heavy touch from Eisted. Oh, and there's problems here. And a goal out of nothing. And a mistake from Eisted. I think that's Apere who scored it.
I don't believe it, Till. Charlton moments away from going 2-0 up. Alfie May just couldn't get his shot away. They clear forward. Terrell Thomas back to Eisted, who initially made the right decision, taking a touch, but then should have just cleared his lines. Took another touch, completely missed that Hoskins was there. And Northampton, who haven't looked like scoring whatsoever, let's be honest, in the last 20 minutes or so, have been given an absolute gift. Eisted took a touch, but then took another touch, slid in, won the ball for Hoskins, and Apere had an open goal. And suddenly Charlton will now look for the win. Again,
Well, can Charlton get back into a winning position? And Duppo looking to get on the end of an Alfie May touch. Holden comes out with his goal to claim it. From being in virtual total command, Charlton now find themselves back level.
And I think Harry Isis, since he's come in the team, has added a bit of calmness to that Charlton back line. And as I said, the initial first touch, when it was an awkward ball back to him from Thomas, was a good decision. It's the second one he just didn't need to do. He could have cleared it away long. But moments before that, Charlton could have scored tail as well, and that would have killed the game. And suddenly, the momentum has completely shifted. Charlton look a bit of bag of nerves again.
Well, Northampton have it, and Groff on the outside will cross it into the box, cleared away by Dobson. Charlton have to just weather a little bit of what's bound to be some impetus from that goal for the home side. Groff with a throw into Sowerby, gets it back, a little touch inside to Leonard. Groff gets the return ball across the box. Pinnock, who slips over in the penalty area, allows Small to get back at him, but he's still in possession. Pinnock out to the right hand side, and Hondermark taking on Small. Ball across, Seisted this time claims it. Ball had gone out of play though, a goal kick. Well, Nathan Jones needing more changes to try and wrestle the ascendancy away from the home side as Edmonds Green sends it forward. Met by Brough. Watson blocks it, but only at the expense of a Northampton throw in front of the Charlton dugout.
Football's an amazing game, isn't it? Out of nowhere, we give a goal to Northampton. They look more lively now. They look so aggressive in the challenges, and it's Charlton who are missing out at the moment.
It's a heavy touch from
mistakes.
Anderson back to Edmonds Green, who rescues it back to Harry Isted. And makes no mistake this time, sending it forward. Fox heads it towards a Parrott, brings it down. A foot in from Watson. Anderson can't get there though. Out to Hoskins on the left-hand side. Cuts back in on his right foot, ball into the box. Coventry gets something on it. And Sowerby shots blocked by Dobson. And Dobson again in the block. Second in consecutive challenges. Then another one on Pinnock, who comes away with the football on this occasion. And then runs out of room on the right-hand side. Charlton will have a throw.
Yeah, that's brilliant. That's when Charlton need their captain. Two brilliant blocks. And now Charlton, you feel, will... the game's there for them to win again. Trying to get ahead again, should I say, but they need to, as you say, weather this storm that Northampton have just brewed out of a Charlton mistake.
Gillespie on the left-hand side with this throw. Deep in Charlton territory at the moment, throws forward to Small, sends it forward, but there's no Charlton player there. Knocked back towards the Charlton penalty area. Perry with a touch. Leonard back to Fox. Sowerby across to the right-hand side, and Hondermark. Pinnock further forward, back inside to Fox. Switches it across, looking for Leonard, who flicks it backwards, asking Brough to chase it out there. Back inside to Leonard. Fox goes on a run. Leonard goes past Anderson, and now we'll find Brough on his left foot. Inside to Leonard once more. Leonard across the penalty area to Fox. Thinks about a shot, blocked by Dodson. Deflects to Sowerby, who does take a shot over the bar. Not far over the bar either. Isted wasn't convinced, he went for it, didn't get a touch. It's a goal kick.
It's a wonderful effort. And for Northampton now, you're going to try and target the Charlton goal at every opportunity. How did you feel after making that mistake? Won't have confidence.
Edmonds Green couldn't get the ball forward. So Leonard has it for Northampton. Inside the Charlton half. Out towards Hoskins, who slips over, but he gets the ball back to Leonard. Tries to go down the line. Watson with the interception. Doesn't look comfortable after making that block, and he's going down. Watson. Charlton might have to make a change. Campbell it is who's coming on.
It might be for Tene Watson potentially as a bit more of attacking threat on the right-hand side. Brough has been booked as well. Maybe they can take him on.
Interesting to see what formation that'll be. I think Charlton might make another change here if Watson wasn't the original player to get taken off.
That's a good
Michael
point.
Hector, I think Edmonds Green might go out to the right. Hector coming on will go at centre half, I think. Did wonder at first whether he'd bring Nathan Asimwe on, but it looks like it's going to be Michael Hector. He's just stripping off now. I think that might have been a little bit of a surprise because of Watson going down injured. So it is Michael Hector who's currently getting a shirt on. And coming off is actually Alfie May for Therese Campbell. And then Michael Hector just putting his shirt on now will almost certainly come on for Tanae Watson.
Yeah, I think you're right. Edmonds Green will come over to right wing back. Maybe Terrell Thomas to the right, the back three, and now Hector will slot in the middle. Good to see him back. Alfie May coming off for Tyrese Campbell, maybe. Just a bit of fresh legs up top, perhaps.
Well, we restart with a throw into Northampton. Brough with it. Almost adjacent to the corner of the Charlton penalty area on their left-hand side. Throws infield to Hoskins. Anderson gets something on it, and then Dobson clears it forward, and Appo will chase. Guided back to his keeper by Guthrie. Malden sends it forward. Hector's first involvement is to head it away. Up towards Anderson. Sowerby just gets there first. Edmonds Green will allow that to go out of play for a Charlton throw. Thomas coming forward to take it, I think. With gloves on, see if they can grip this ball and throw it down the line. Towards Ladapo, he can't get there. Brough clears it away. Thomas, though, meets it. Sends it forward and asking Therese Campbell to pursue this and pursue Hondermark across that right-hand side. Hondermark holds the ball up. Inside is Sherring. Back out to Hondermark and swap passes, ball forward. Gillespie will get there first. Coventry heads it up in the air, will go for it again with Leonard. Anderson will pick it up for Charlton in the centre circle. Ball back, goes straight to Perry. Perry forward. Hector takes him out. His ball's on the right-hand side to Pinnock. Can he keep it in, Pinnock? No, he can't. I think that'll probably be a goal kick. It is. Northampton fans are wondering why he's not pulling it back for a free kick, but Northampton had the opportunity to...
Well, it should be booked as well, Hector.
Yeah, I agree.
I can understand their frustrations, because what he does, he takes out Perry, so when Pinnock goes on the right-hand side, there's no Northampton body in the penalty area for him to target.
Again, Nathan Jones, head in hands after watching Anderson just make that mistake to...
Just these unforced errors.
To take it, and we thought we'd eradicated those. One has caused the equaliser, particularly on another one. As Leicester gets the ball away, gets some decent distance on this. Ladapo will jump, it deflects down to Dobson. Dobson with Small on the outside. Small, Campbell further ahead of him. Still Small though. Swings the ball into the box, headed away by Guthrie. Straight to Edmonds Green, takes a shot. Can Ladapo get there? No, he can't. That's a good challenge from Anderson to win the ball back for Charlton. On the left-hand side is Small. Lifts the ball into the box once more. Headed away this time by Brough. Coventry heads it left. Edmonds Green will try and tee up Anderson, but he can't get enough on it. And Hoskins will guide it back to Brough. Brough taking his time, lifts it forward. Thomas underneath this, but he can't keep his header in. It's away for a Northampton throw.
It's unlucky for Charlton. It was a good effort from Edmonds Green towards goal, and it just wouldn't stick for Ladapo.
Brough
I wonder how many added minutes there'll be. There's been a couple of stoppages in the second half, so maybe 5 is my guess.
Ball forward for Northampton. Perret, it's good tracking back from Coventry to win it back for Charlton. Hector sends it forward up towards Ladapo. Can't keep it under control though, with 3 Northampton players around him. Now Hondermark will bring it forward. Campbell pursuing 6 minutes of added time here. Ball goes back to Sherring. Inside of him is Guthrie. Guthrie out to Brough, still in the Northampton half. Now up to halfway is Leonard. Back to Brough. His ball forward to Perret. He's holding off Hector. Goes to ground. He was always going to get that decision because of, I think, after missing out on the previous free kick.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think there was a lot in that at all, but it did feel like it was always going to be given. This is 6 minutes, and Northampton will attack with no fear. That could be offside, though.
Yeah, Hoskins make the run. And, he wasn't looking along the line. He was backwards to the line behind him, and didn't see that he was the last man as he made the run. Charlton will have a free kick. Isted will step forward to take it out of his penalty area. Can Charlton regain this lead with the remaining what is now 5 minutes? Isted with the kick forward, met by Brough, but his header goes out of play. It'll be a Charlton throw in front of the Alex dugout. Okay. Thomas coming across. Thomas down the line with the throw. Duffer trying to get there, but it goes beyond him. Edmonds Green trying to pick it up for Charlton. Little touch towards Coventry, gets it back, and he's trying to find Thomas. Misplaced, and Northampton have it back, and an Edmonds Green is going to be booked here, having collided with Leonard. He goes down. It was more of a coming together as Leonard
he tripped
across him.
He tripped him, he stuck his leg out and tripped him.
Did stick his leg out, yeah.
Yeah, it's a yellow card. It's the right decision.
He received the yellow card. It was again that Charlton's making. Gifted the ball back to the home side. Leonard staying down, he's struggling here.
This is a game, though, Tel, that at full time, Nathan Jones will sit with his players and just wonder how on earth we, if it stays like this, haven't come away with 3 points, where it just felt inevitable that Joel were going to get second. Had a brilliant chance to do so because of a mistake, and Alfie May couldn't stay on his feet. And the shot was at the goalkeeper. Charlton then switched off when the ball went long. Thomas went back to Isted initially, which at first you thought, oh, that's a bit, maybe put a bit too much on it. Isted then takes the touch, which I thought was really calm and composed, but then it's the other unnecessary touch. At this stage, 1-0 up away from home, you've got to have that mentality of we've got to see the game out. We can't take any unnecessary risks. Took an unnecessary risk and didn't pay off for Charlton. It's how you respond after that, and unfortunately since then you have to say Northampton have been the better side. It stunned Charlton, that goal.
To wrestle the impetus away from Charlton, and they have a free kick now with Leonard back on his feet, not the sideline. He's got to wait before he comes back on as Pinnock prepares to take this free kick. It's 20 yards inside the Charlton half on the left-hand side. So looking for the run of Pere, but he's put far too much on that. Runs through to Isted. Overarm throw out to the left-hand side and Small. Inside of him is Coventry. Back out to Small. Northampton line up behind the ball. It's now with Thomas. Launches it forward. It's straight though to Northampton player in Fox, and we've got it back with Pinnock on the right-hand side. Trying to tee up Hondermark, and Ladapo almost stepped in and won it back for Charlton, but Northampton still have it. Shering sends it forward. Gillespie's underneath that, heads it back towards Ladapo. Again, Shering with the header though to Hondermark. Anderson with the challenge, puts it out of play. It'll be a Northampton throw. We've had 4.5 minutes of the 6.
And probably another at least a minute and a half because of Leonard's treatment. Probably another 2 minutes at least. 3 left in this game. So Northampton are settling for a point themselves. They know they've probably been a bit lucky to get that at this stage.
Flicked on. Gillespie got something on it, and Hector completes the clearance though, and it might deflect Ladapo's way, but it goes beyond him, and it's going to be a Charlton throw actually. And Charlton benefiting from that ricochet. Can we capitalise on it? Anderson across to take this throw. Gillespie comes forward instead to take it. It's going to be a late sub here from the home side. Monte is coming on. looking to see who's going off.
It's Leonard
Leonard
who's
got just been injured. So in the final moments, Charlton have the throw. On the left-hand side, can we manufacture a chance before the end? Northampton bench are arguing themselves over something. I'm not totally sure what it is, but I'm not happy down there. As Gillespie prepares to take this throw into Coventry, gives it back to Gillespie. Under pressure, has to go backwards to Hector, and Northampton funnel out, sent cross field towards Edmonds Green. Bounces, can he pursue this out there? He does, touches it into Therese Campbell, try to turn away from his man. Doesn't work, but Dobson will pick it up for Charlton, trying to send Campbell on his way again. Brough had to head it away for a Charlton throw. The Addicks fans behind the goal, lifting Charlton to one more effort. 6.5 minutes gone. So Thomas will look to launch this into the penalty area.
He needs to come towards the near post more. He won't reach Ladapo from there.
I don't think he's got that sort of throw in his armoury, actually. And Therese Campbell coming short. Edmonds Green also. Back to Thomas. Ball into the box is a good one. Headed away by Monthé on as far as Coventry. Thinks about a shot. Does! Blocked away. Second shot. Just wide of the post. First shot, I think, was on target. Be interested to know whether or not Molden was behind it. It could well be the last action of the half and the game, as we've had 7 minutes when 6 were originally added.
Yeah, we've got the Leonard injury and the substitution, so it would shock me if we've got another 50-odd seconds, depending on how long this goal kick takes.
Molden in no particular hurry. Gets the ball away. Down the right-hand side. It's a free touch for Apere. Launched forward by Hoskins, asking Apere to chase it, but harmlessly through to Eisted. He's being encouraged to send this long. And does so. Up towards Ladapo. There's something on it, but it drops to Sowerby. Flicked on by Fox to Apere, who's turning, trying to send Pinnock through the middle. Pinnock trying to send Hoskins away, but blocked by Thomas. Releases Dobson on the right, but he can't get there. Brough comes to meet it and knocks it forward. It'll go out of play for a Charlton goal kick. And we carry on here.
It's a match Charlton will find themselves hopefully at least unbeaten in the last few games still, but
just hoping for
2 points drop this.
Hoping for back-to-back league wins for the first time in the season. Not going to happen today, we don't think, unless Dobson can send Ladapo on his way. Campbell, though, controls it. Left to Coventry. Small on the overlap. Thierry Small. Oh, it took a horrible bobble as he was about to cross it. That's really bad luck. And Northampton have it back. Campbell trying to pin him in. And clearance goes straight to Coventry. Goes past his man, Connor Coventry. Out to Dobson. Dobson trying to send Edmonds Green on his way. Headed away by Brough. Coventry trying to get there again, and it should be a Charlton. Oh, no, no, no. Had to be a Charlton throw. Clearly came off Hoskins. Coventry can't believe it. And that's the final whistle anyway. And a game that was looking like it was in Charlton's hands for the majority of the game after Anderson had given the Addicks the lead over 3 minutes. Pouncing, a deflected shot, took it past Molden. And Charlton, good value for that win, for that victory, for that lead rather. And it looked like they could go on to increase the scoreline. Couldn't quite convert the opportunities we created in that first half. Second half started pretty much the same way. And seconds after Charlton almost doubled the lead with Alfie May's header coming off the post. A mistake from Harry Eisted allowed Apere to pounce and bring the home side back level. And that's the way it's finished here at Sixfield Stadium. The Addicks remain unbeaten. And I'm pretty sure Nathan Jones will be a little bit upset that the Addicks haven't got back-to-back league victories. And to go through all of that action, we'll hand you back to the studio. James, Kevin and Brownie.
It's a funny old game. Right, two different sets of 45 minutes there. Give us your thoughts, addicts watching, on the second 45 or the 90 minutes as a whole. And apologies for those of you that did get in touch during the first half. Our colleague inside of the ground had some issues with signal, but I just want to shout out Jim Baxter, a lifelong Charlton fan, 74 today, so happy birthday to Jim, who did get in touch. Sangeeta and Russ say hi from Tenerife. I hope you're enjoying the weather, 23 degrees. Frankie watching from Koh Samui, is that right, Jim? Koh Samui, up the addicts, and this is all a bit more positive. At half-time, of course, we were leading 1-0. And then watching from Costa Rica, Tony, who's saying at the time we'd outmuscled Northampton and were determined in the running and determination running through the players' veins. Brownie, kind of a mishmash first and second half, opposites really there.
Yeah, I don't think we could get a feel for conditions in the studio, and that was sort of, evident in the second half that there was sort of a wind going from right to left as we were looking at the screen, which was against us in the second half. But nevertheless, they've had one registered shot on target, and that was the goal. And we've had 4. We've had opportunities in the second half, and actually statistics sometimes can be a bit misleading. The cross from Watson to Ladapo is a huge opportunity that counts for nothing on the statistics. And Alfie May's header and the Alfie May shot. We've done more than enough today to comfortably win that game, and I guess the crime is that we've conceded a goal because they just didn't look, particularly good today, Northampton. I think they've been brilliant all season. John Brady's done a great job, but I think they'll admit they were pretty poor. And I said to you guys, 4 substitutions by 60 minutes tells you what John Brady thought of that performance. They were struggling. Yeah. And we've managed to find a way to give away a goal and draw that one, which we shouldn't have done.
Liz, it felt like they kind of matched us tactically in the second half, didn't they? And grew into the game. They stopped playing possibly so intricately and keeping possession. What did you make of it?
Yeah, I think Brownie said it at the beginning of the second half that they're sort of playing the way we played the first half. And as Brownie alluded to, you never know, because obviously we didn't understand there was a little bit of a wind there, so maybe they have to play this way. But you can see runners now. I don't think they got one runner in behind. In the first half, so that's something obviously the manager was quite keen to see their players do, make runs in behind us and get us on the back foot.
What do you think Nathan Jones would have been thinking in his head, Brownie, when that was happening towards the beginning of the second half?
Well, I would have said he was still remained quite calm and comfortable with how his team were doing. That shot there, even that shot's from a very acute angle. You're not getting torn to pieces. They're not playing through you. It's quite a direct style of play, and they were hoping to unsettle us a little bit. And I think if you're Nathan, you're sitting there going, I'm all right here. You didn't see him rush into substitutions. Substitutions are normally the key to a manager feeling a bit uneasy on the sideline about what he's seeing, and we didn't see that. So I think he won't come out and say this. He's an ultra-positive guy. I think he's going to stick up for the team, and he'll remain positive about what he's seen in terms of chances created. We needed the second, as it turns out, which is kind of what we said at the start of the day. We said we'd concede. We shouldn't have done. They should have actually proved us wrong. There's no way that should have been a conceding game. They've managed to concede one. We didn't get the second, and actually I think that performance deserved a second. Deep down inside, when he walks home tonight, he'll be fuming. He'll be fuming.
Possibly a little bit of fatigue in the performance with this Saturday, Tuesday run that we're going to be experiencing. But as Brownie said, Liz, we did have opportunities to put the game to bed, a few to make it 2-0 that we can see now. Yeah,
I think Brownie spoke about earlier. We sort of forced them back and we forced them into making changes. And I felt it was on the front foot. This is our right back here, and we're high up the pitch. And yeah, I just feel he sees it a long time. He's more going for the corner than just hitting the target. I think if you hit the target from there, I think it's a goal. For me, I think he's put a little bit too much on it. I know we spoke off air about maybe Dapo jumping in there, but I think if he doesn't need to hit it as hard as he does. And this one here, I think it bobbles around, and then I think we just get a cross in here. I think me and Brownie said he should have done it there, but he actually done well. He's cut back in.
Interesting as a forward, he'd be abusing them, wouldn't he, for not putting it in first time?
I don't think the Dapper will, but there are people that would.
Yeah, 100%. But that's another good chance for me as well.
Yeah.
A striker coming onto it, sees it full on his forehead, and he just glances it rather than heading it back from where it came.
Yeah. But even in those clips, you as a manager, you can look at those clips we've just shown there, and Coventry's cross for May's header is unbelievable, and he should finish. And then Coventry's ball inside, on the inside shoulder of the fullback for Watson to get him behind. You know, so even those clips, there's massive positives from our midfielder delivering and setting up our wing back. I agree with Kev. A bit more craft, a bit more guile on that ball across. You know, it was hit a little bit too heavy. And Ladapo was in a good position, and you can't ask any more centre forward, middle of the six. Could he have lunged?
Yeah, I think it's a bit of both, isn't it? I think if the ball's a little bit softer, and also as a striker, you've got to anticipate that he's going to do it hard, and you sort of lunge, regardless of not whether or not he plays it hard or not. But yeah, it's a bit of both, I think.
The signal is strong currently from Northampton. We got a message in from Dom asking, was that 2 points dropped or another point gained, Brownie? What do you think?
Well, you can look at that both ways. I'm going to go 2 points dropped, and I think Nathan will see it as 2 points dropped because we have gone there, taken the lead, and they weren't really a massive threat. Their best period came, no surprise, after they got gifted the goal. And Greg was explaining in commentary there was a bit of a momentum swing, which you get when the home team scores to get back into the game. You're going to get a little momentum swing. The good thing is we didn't concede a second, you know, and I would say we've been guilty of conceding seconds late on in games. In ones exactly like that. So that's another plus. But it's for sure, I can only speak from my perspective, that is 2 points dropped rather than one gained.
Another message in from Nick saying, we were always going to regret those missed chances, but it is another point onwards and upwards. With that in mind, what I would say is, you know, we win as a team, we draw as a team, and I don't really want to point anyone out, but there was a great opportunity for Alfie May that perhaps a man more in form, I know he got a goal on Tuesday against Derby, but maybe not quite performing as he was previous. Here he might have hit it a bit earlier, Liz.
Yeah, I think as soon as he gets it out of his feet, he just bends it. I think when you've not scored as many goals as you have been, those sort of moments become a lot harder and a lot more difficult, and then obviously they go up the other end. And for me personally, I think once he takes that first touch, even if you kick it out for a throw and you kick it out for a throw and you get back in, once you open up, for me, you're unsure of where the bodies are and how far they are. And if you do have a bad touch, like he does, then he obviously has to lunge, and then unfortunately it lands at the feet of their striker, and it's an easy finish.
And looking at that, Brownie, identical almost to how we were playing in the first half, back to front really quickly and then pressing the defence. And I know there was an individual error with the goalkeeper, but that they changed their style of play and they got the outcome from it.
Yeah, but they shouldn't have got it. You know, this is kind of what we're saying about the change of style of play. If I was being ultra, and I've been known to be ultra critical, could the setback have been a little bit softer?
Right,
well, what I'm saying is you're forcing him into taking a touch. It slapped at him so hard, he's only 5 yards away. So can you set it across him slowly so he comes on and drives it forward? You've made his mind up for him then. But when he takes the touch, it's nothing to do with Terrell. I'm just, like I said, I'm being ultra picky. Once the keeper takes touch, he still has time. It's just the touch gets stuck under his feet, which forces him into the second touch. The second touch is too heavy, goal against. You know, if you're being, I mean, Nathan might say, oh, I'd want my centre half put out of play. Don't want him going back to my keeper. There's managers that do that. I don't want it going back to my keeper. Let's not risk it. Out of play, get everyone behind the ball. We see but there's multiple different ways you can deal with that. It's a goalkeeping error first and foremost. So like I said, if the setbacks, you know, the weight of the pass, he can come on and drive it out. But, you know, we've conceded. That's the bottom line, and we shouldn't have done.
Statistically, we have conceded the most goals outside of the bottom four. But again, collectively as a team, Liz, I guess you also say, but there's chances there that we just shouldn't have missed and put the game to bed. And at this level, maybe it is a lot more difficult to keep a clean sheet. Yeah,
I think... I don't want to talk about, obviously, previous managers and previous games, but I feel today we looked a lot more solid. We had these games that I've sat here and almost every attack looks like the opposition are going to score, and defence look a bit nervous and they look like they're out of form, but they didn't look like that today. And as Brownie said, we spoke earlier and we said we were going to concede, but in actual fact we shouldn't have conceded today. They defended that well that it was actually one of those games where we got it wrong. They shouldn't have conceded. We gave them no chances, and the only shot they had on target in the whole game, they scored, and that was through our mistake. So there's good signs that the defence seem to be a lot more confident in what they're doing and what the managers are asking them to do. And
the consequence of that goal is that everywhere else but one team pretty much was the result we would have asked for. The draw, I think it was Burton and Charlton have drawn. The rest have lost. You know, Reading have got a win, but it's against Carlisle, and then Fleetwood have won. And so it would have been a great day to have won and pushed ourselves away. That's a sub-consequence of the goal we've conceded. We've drawn ourselves a little bit back towards the pack when we were climbing away. But it's still an unbeaten run. So there's still enough positivity in there in the performance. Like I said, deserved the 3 points. Nathan has to go back. you know, lick his wounds, go back and sort of make that team understand how important that 1 minute was, because there was no threat today. There really wasn't.
Nathan Jones, we saw him not looking best pleased on the pitch towards the end of the game there. Do you feel he will have a different message in the changing room to what we might hear from him publicly when we hear post-match?
For sure. Yeah, that's every week. That is every week. A manager comes out and gives you the bare minimum he can give you, because media, and I have conversations with people I work with elsewhere, and I come as a summariser. They work in the media every week. It's their job to draw things out of coaches and managers when they interview them.
Yep.
You've ruined that. Media has ruined that with how they try and manipulate people and get an answer to just be a headline.
So I guess I should apologise to the broadcast world. It's me. You ex-players are fine, but it's my people. We apologise.
You have caused that over the last 30 years. And you know what? You can't blame a manager for just being deadpan. And you know what? When he gets in his car, when he gets in the dressing room, it's most of the time nothing like he's delivered out on camera.
And as Brownie mentioned, though, it's still an upward trajectory, Liz, and we've got to look towards the next game, which is another away one against Cheltenham as well.
Yeah, first and foremost, we've got, if you want to be positive, we've got 4 points out of a possible 6, and both away games with a real difficult one in there as well. So I'm sure, as Brownie said, he will be as positive as he can be, but also set his standards and what he demands from his team in between that. And as I say, we've got a game on Tuesday now that I feel like we have to win. Where I feel if we won this one today, we could have gone into that game with a little bit more confidence, a little bit more swag about us. But I think it's a game now that we have to win, I think, on Tuesday.
And potentially, Brownie, one that Alfie May can be particularly fired up for against his old team.
If he starts, yeah. You know what? I don't say that because the way that Nathan goes about, the next game comes around very, very quickly. He'll assess who can do the work rate for him on the pitch on Tuesday night. And you know, there were a couple of players there, not saying Alfie, but a couple of players there that were just, you know, and we spoke about Kanu, didn't we? We called that, well, Kev called it more than I did. He just started to look a little bit leggy. It was the right substitution. And so you've got that in the mix. Nathan isn't afraid to drop any player if he doesn't feel like he can give him what he needs on Tuesday night.
Liz, the young man Kanu has done a fantastic job in the little run that he's had, though, right? And really been the legs up there leading the line.
Yes, he's important to the team. He's important to the team at the moment, and I felt like second half, when he couldn't make those runs anymore, we as a team sort of suffered for it. The consequences were the runs in behind. He couldn't do it as quickly. He wasn't reading it as quickly, so then the ball was coming back. So then our defenders now have to do more work. Really difficult at that age to get that much work out of a young man on a consistent basis, as well as goals, as well as everything else that he has to add to his game. So I think it was a good substitution at that time. I think he will be an important player for this team. I think he'll play on Tuesday. I think it's a big part of the way we play. So, yeah, I think he done well today. He done what was asked of him, and hopefully he plays Tuesday.
And another player who could play a big part on Tuesday, who did get fully rested today, Brownie, Chukwuemeka.
Yeah, and that was good news in as much because we weren't quite sure why, and it was just tidied up that he was there. So that's good that he's travelled. That would suggest he's not injured. So that's what I mean about managing Chucks. Okay, so he wasn't available today, you know, but hopefully that gets him on the bench for a good 30 minutes plus on Tuesday if required. He'll like nothing more, Nathan, to be 3-0 up and not need Chucks, or just throw him on for 10 minutes. You know, that would be ideal. But if the games are tight, you know, we know how good he is in terms of the difference he makes coming off the bench.
And I guess, Liz, we saw with the substitutions today, I did ask whether Freddie Ladapo could do the same job, but we perhaps did feel that it wasn't the same kind of talisman that came on.
Yeah, it's difficult. You've got certain strikers that do things and they enjoy doing it. I look at Kanu and I look at him making runs, and it looks like that part of the game he enjoys doing it. He understands the importance of doing it. I'm not sure when you bring a sub on, he's got the same sort of intensity. We spoke earlier about bringing substitutions on that are keen to make an impact into games and change the way things are. And I didn't think it quite happened with some of the substitutions we brought on today. So it's really difficult to get a like-for-like substitution. But as I say before, what Kanu brings, I don't think there's many players in this team bring the same sort of intensity and willingness to run in behind as he does.
And in the middle of the park, Corey Anderson got his goal, of course, but then perhaps a little bit of fatigue for some of the players there. What do we think?
I thought the midfield three all looked a little bit fatigued towards the end. It's a different job they're being asked to do. This isn't dropping deep and getting on the ball and it's all slow. This is high intensity, box to box. You know, there was times when Coventry was dropping a little bit, being the protector. A couple of minutes later, he's up near the top, delivering that cross into the box for May. Dobson does the same, and Croy covers more ground than perhaps both of them. But even he was running out of steam towards the end. You know, it's very important. Rest is one of the most important things when you have multiple games. You know, so that it's important all those players go back home tonight. Don't do anything. Don't do anything. And, you know, I don't have to go in for a cool down tomorrow. But rest is vitally important because Tuesday is massive. Yeah. As is next Saturday.
Liz, would you expect to see Istead in between the sticks again?
Yeah, I think so. I think he had a good game. He
had nothing to do.
He had nothing to do. Yeah, so I wouldn't. Yeah.
It's the hardest position, isn't it, when you make a mistake? Because football is all about who's going to make a mistake, and you're never going to have the perfect game. But unfortunately, it's really exposed when it's a goalkeeper.
Yeah, Brownie spoke about it at half time. He said, "Don't be that person who makes the mistake." And unfortunately, it was our keeper. And as you say, that's the worst place on the field to make a mistake, and the consequences are a goal. I'm sure the manager's got trust in him still, so I'm sure he'll play Tuesday.
And another message from one of the international addicts out there, from Phil. Loves listening to your analysis as always. Brownie, you're a legend. Watching from Mindanao in the Philippines.
Well, I'm glad you added Philippines, because I wouldn't have got that.
Gutted to drop 2 points, though, and they must be in almost the early hours of the morning, so I hope, Phil, you can get some good sleep, rest up, and then tune back in at Tuesday evening for the game away at Cheltenham. Well. I understand we can hear now from the manager, Nathan Jones, just to reflect on that 1-1 draw away at Northampton, so over to the stadium.
Nathan, 1-1 draw here at Sixfields. Your assessment of what must have been a bit frustrating afternoon?
Oh, I'm disappointed, really. I mean, I thought look, first off, we got the lead. It was a bit of a difficult game, you know, to get the grips of. Second, I thought we were excellent. We really were. We won every first ball. We got on seconds. We played some really good stuff. Created 2 glorious chances to just have won the game, put the game to bed. And then we've drawn the game through a huge error because I couldn't see them scoring. I mean, we were in total control. And that's the really disappointing thing. It took a major error to get them back in because they hadn't created the thing all afternoon.
Is it a frustrating thing that we didn't go on to get that second to give them the opportunity if an error does happen?
Well, yeah, but still, you know, we're under no pressure. We're defending superbly well. We were in every first ball, every second ball. We were playing some football, and we created 2 glorious chances. Tenai, it's an easy ball to square for Freddie Ladapo, and then right before the goal, we've had a chance. Alfie May's had a glorious chance, like you'll pull the trigger earlier, and it's a glorious chance. And look, then the game's done, but still, you know, we can't legislate for what happened after that. Then, and that's just a big error that, you know, he won't do again. That has cost us 3 points, and that's the disappointing thing because, you know, I thought we were dominant second half.
Is it a case then of looking at the performances that you've had since you've been here and the progression and the fact that we've come to Northampton and you just, as you say, dominated, should have won, still unbeaten though, 5 clean sheets, so 5 unbeaten, I think. Yeah,
look, it's good that we're unbeaten, but we want to win games. You know, we should have won this game today. Like, we're a better side, and that's the only thing I'm disappointed of in terms of what they're giving me and everything. Absolutely brilliant. Fans magnificent again today. Travelled, and they deserve to see a win, and a win would have put us in a wonderful position. It really would have. But look, another game unbeaten, it's another point towards our goal, so we can't be too disappointed. It's just I am, because at no point did they deserve a point from there today.
There's a reaction of the fans. I mean, it's not quite the celebrations we saw at Derby, of course, but the fact that they stayed behind and gave you that applause because they saw the performance, even though they didn't get the result.
Well, I hope so, but you know, I'm more disappointed than any human being on the planet right now, if I'm honest. Like, because we asked them to do stuff at half time, and they did, and they took control of the game, and they were more composed, we were more aggressive in terms of stuff. They changed shape, but I just felt we were by far the better side second half, and I'm just really gutted that we've drawn the game. But as I said, we've got to look at the positives, the level of performance, to play under pressure, to play that with that quality under pressure, like our group are. I'm really proud of that.
And it should give you the confidence going through to Tuesday, because it is a tough schedule. You've made changes again today with that in mind, I'm guessing.
Oh, look, well, I didn't make it in mind. I made those changes to win the game today. I take every game as it comes, and then we'll evaluate tomorrow and see where we are, and then be ready for Tuesday and stuff. Games are coming thick and fast. The conditions today were were very difficult, but I thought we handled those really, really well. You know, these are, it can be a dangerous side, but I thought we defended really well, gave them very little, and it wasn't until late on where they could have got their tails up because of they were gifted a goal. Did they lay a glove on us? And I said I was really pleased with the level of performance. But look, we're looking forward now to every game. We've got 2 massive games this week that if we come out of that in good, you know, with a points tally, then we'll be happy.
Nice and frustrating, but thanks for joining us. Cheers, thank you.
So, gents, the Charlton manager there after what was a disappointing 1-1 draw away at Northampton. And I guess we have to look at it and think that's the progress, right? That we're disappointed that we haven't held on to that result today, Brownie.
I think if that interview was a tackle, it'd be a 2-foot around her knees, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? I mean, he's fuming.
Yeah. But he used the word disappointed to be diplomatic.
Yeah, you read from that what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can... I feel for him. Because in terms of setup, in terms of the approach, in terms of the team he picked, everything was exactly as he wanted. But you cannot legislate for a player making a decision in the 90, which is why, you know, people like myself will appreciate when there's a defensive display and people go, oh, they just got 8 behind the ball. Yeah, but it's still unbelievably controlled and how they've gone about it. And they were controlled today in how they went about their business. They should have got a second, and that would have killed the game because Northampton were there to be beaten. We didn't get it, and that always leaves that door slightly ajar for one error. I would love to, well, I wouldn't have loved to, but I know that I've been in that position. There's been in, made a mistake. The only thing you can do is walk in that dressing room and apologise to the rest of the team. Yeah. Hold your hands up and go, I'm so sorry. And most players would just go, oh, no, listen, we're all in this together. But you have to hold your hands up. You know, and I don't think it's going to be that costly because I just looking at our performances the last 3 or 4 games, we're going to be very difficult to beat from now to the end of the season. And that puts us in a good place. We've still got to go on and get the points. And that extra 2 today for confidence, for momentum, for how the league looks when you get home tonight would have been brilliant. It hasn't happened. Go again. Reset, mentality, back on, beating Charlton on Tuesday.
How do you do that as a player then, Liz, to maintain the positivity and the momentum, even though there's going to be disappointment from today?
You got no choice. This is you have no choice. But it's something we learn from a younger age, and when you look at our career and our development, there's a lot of disappointments in that journey that gives you those life tools to be able to deal with it in these occasions. And we've not lost the game. Let's remember that we've not lost the game, and he was a big part of the win last week as well. So listen, Brownie said the players will forgive him. These players, these day and age players, they'll forgive him quite easy, and they'll welcome him back, and they'll help him through the journey. So I've no doubt that those group of players will help him through this moment. And
I guess really there can't be much done strategically and tactically between now and the next game against Charlton, Brownie, because it's so close.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in for a call down tomorrow, I would imagine there's an opportunity while the group's together to do some analysis, even if it's just watching Charlton. You know, there's some work you can do on them, and then, you know, when you're back in on Monday, it's a little bit of work on you reinforcing them and how you're going to break them down to win the game and what they offer, so you can go through strengths and weaknesses without even going outdoors. So there is something can be done tomorrow. It's just whether Nathan wants to load their brains up after what's been a disappointing day today. I'd be surprised if he gives them the day off, but you can do. You can still get your work done Monday for Tuesday. But this is what happens. You know, you can't dwell on today. You know, you could if there was no midweek game, but the fact there's a midweek game, you are straight onto that bang, because it's vitally important. We're going to need something similar to that defensively. You know, I think it's no secret under Darryl they've stopped conceding goals and are a little bit more direct. So we're going to have to stand up and be counted on Tuesday in that respect.
Liz, if you were the manager, would you make much of it being a bit of a 6-pointer, seeing as it's us in 18th and Cheltenham in 21st, and Cheltenham have got a couple of games in hand? Do you think much would be made of that, or do you think it's just as normal, this is a game we're going to win?
I think you've got to assess your squad. I think it would depend on the squad I've got. If I look at a group of players and I know they thrive on pressure and they thrive on the big games, I would make it a 6-pointer. If you've got lads in the change room who may not, they've got some inexperienced boys in there who may not understand the pressures of it being a 6-point. So you might want to take the pressure off of them a little bit and just say, look, we've not lost in these amount of games. Let's keep that consistent run going. and sort of play it down. I think he'll play it down. I think, but the way he wants the lads to play, I think that's enough to win enough games. The way, if we play like anything we did in the first half here on Tuesday, the crowd will get behind us, and I think we'll win the game comfortably.
We've kind of said it a couple of times this season, though, or any of you guys that have been sitting in the studio and anybody watching, Charlton fans out there, the 90-minute performance hasn't quite been there, Brownie. A lot of the time it has been games of two halves for us, and it's just not putting it across the whole game to see it out.
Yeah, I would have said that was just, you know, that was almost a 90-minute. Without the mistake, I think we're all right. Okay. I think that becomes 90, but the mistake leads to the goal, leads to the momentum swing. So I'll give them 20 minutes today at best, because we were on top. But yeah, we have struggled, James. I can't disagree with the statement about how we've been across the season, because we've seen, even under previous managers, a good 45 or a good 60 or a good 30, but we've been so vulnerable defensively that even when teams have had 20 minutes or half hour of a game, they've got on top of us, which is, you know, just it tells you there's something's not right with either your setup, your formation, the style of play, whatever, because we were too vulnerable. Nathan stopped that. Right, now what it's about is about, you know, it's such a shame for their confidence as a group. I don't think that will knock their confidence, if I'm honest, but a win. Can you imagine getting on a bus tonight with a win, clean sheet, look at the table, you know.
Glass of red wine tonight.
Well, you know, I'm not saying they do this, but back in the day you might stop for a pint, you know. The whole team off, come on, well, Warnock would. Off for a pint, everyone have a pint, you're back home. And that's the sort of mentality that you could have had off the back of today. So it's such a shame we didn't see that one through.
There's still unbeaten in 5, though, now under Nathan Jones. And he had such little time to work with the players in his first game away at Reading. It's still positive. And I guess if we look forward to next season, provided we secure our place in League One, it is really something to build from.
Yeah, I mean, me and Brownie were speaking about that off air. We believe if it all goes as well as it should do this season, we would have a good challenge next season. I think he'll assemble a squad that will challenge to get promoted. Obviously, we've got to do what we need to do this season, but I have no doubt that with him in charge and with this squad and obviously the backing of the club, that we will challenge next year.
Brownie, for yourself, are there some players that are going to be playing towards the end of this season now, possibly looking at their position in the squad next season? Maybe some of the loanies trying to get a full-time move, or do you think it'll be different style of player coming in?
But that won't have changed since. I think what Nathan's doing is, I think he's also spoke about trimming the squad, all right, and sometimes that's got nothing to do with how you play from now to the end of the season. It's him weighing up what's available in the summer. So I'll be astonished if we haven't got names already, or at least an idea of where Nathan wants to go in terms of the recruitment, and that will put people under pressure. They don't even know they're under pressure. So all you can do as a player, whether you're going to be here next year or somewhere else, is concentrate on the individual performances, make sure you're as prepared as possible, make sure you give everything on that pitch for the 90 minutes if you're lucky enough to stay on for the 90, and then see what rolls in the summer. You can't start worrying about your future. The only thing you can do about that is perform. All right, and the more results we get, the better it is for an individual, whether that's a new contract here, a club watching you. You know, it's important that from now to the end of the season, that group of players puts on the best performances it can. You know, that's all you can do.
Well, gents, thanks for your post-match analysis, but I understand we can throw it back to Northampton now, where we're going to hear from defender Macaulay Gillespie.
Macaulay, 1-1 draw here at Sixfields. I mean, the overall feeling in the dressing room must be one of huge disappointment.
Yeah, it's a frustrating one. It's never an easy game, this one, coming to Northampton. But I thought the lads done well. I think we bossed the game. Created plenty of chances, and I don't really think they had many chances bar the mistake. But that's football, and it happens, so we'll go again.
Under Nathan Jones, the performances seem to have got better and better and better. And today, commanding for the most part. One mistake has punished us.
Yeah, he's got a certain style of play, and I think the lads are bought into it. I think we're playing well. We're putting teams under pressure, spinning the ball and doing what we need to do. But like I say, yeah, they had one chance and that was about it, really.
And especially coming on the back of nearly going 2-0 up, it must be doubly frustrating.
Yeah, it is. It is frustrating, especially when you think we should win the game like we did. But yeah, listen, we're just one of them. We'll just go again and get together and then go again Tuesday.
I know it must be frustrating, but the confidence in the side must be reasonably high, bearing in mind the performances we put in and the results we've achieved.
Yeah, of course it is, yeah. The lads got to back themselves up. We've got some good players, good squad. So like I say, yeah, just back ourselves and go again.
And from your own point of view, you're back in the side and playing well. You must be delighted with your own performances as well.
Yeah, of course. Just getting minutes is good for me. I need minutes to get going again, and I feel like I'm getting there, getting fit and getting going.
And it also feels that in terms of the side, there's nobody that we're worried about. Derby, well, we had a 3-game run there that we picked up points in, and coming to places like Northampton might have worried us in the past. Doesn't seem that way now.
No, I don't think any team in this league should worry, really. I think they should be worried about us and our style of playing, how we play, the high pressing, good tempo. It's a fit group as well, so that helps as well with the style of play. And like I say, it's a good squad. Like, teams should probably fear us more than we should fear them.
And that's a change in mentality, you feel, since Nathan Jones has come in?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, well, like I say, I come in January and I had that mentality anyways, looking at the boys and training and games and stuff, and it's just a bit of self-belief from the lads, and we'll crack on.
And we've got a decent squad now, lots of fit players that are back in contention. Competition for places must be good in the change room.
Yeah, it's healthy, and a competition for places is always healthy. It keeps you kicking on and pushing on.
And hopefully from the remainder of the season, as many points as we can get.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Hopefully we can get as many points as we can.
Thanks for joining us, Macaulay. Well done today. Cheers.
Is that me?
Kevin Lisby, great to hear there from Macaulay Gillespie, talking about that togetherness and collectiveness amongst the squad and that they will bounce back.
Yeah, one of the things he said that was really important is that teams should be fearing us. And that's something I've said about this squad or this club for years. I feel we should be one of those clubs that when they play against us, they should be fearing the players we've got and the way we play. So hopefully the manager comes in and he installs that and we can push on.
And Brownie, Macaulay Gillespie, of course, coming in to this. Well, he come on as substitute and made a fantastic tackle here, didn't he, at the Valley, and then has started the last couple. Part of solidifying that back four with the first clean sheet in what felt like forever as well.
Absolutely, and he'll want to hold down a place. He'll want to be a regular. He won't want to be coming out the side and sitting on the sidelines. I think he's been frustrated with injuries, but he's dropped back down into League One. And once you've popped up into the Championship, dropping back down, you want to play every week. He's got the experience. He talks well. He looked frustrated and deflated. I think that's the problem. That's the problem with conceding. Instead of buzzing on the bus on the way home, there's going to be an element of frustration, and there's going to be a few deflated people on there. But you, like Kev said, you haven't got time to, feel sorry for yourselves in this profession. You haven't. It's about getting prepared for Tuesday, and he'll be important in that because I think he's probably quite mentally strong, quite mentally tough. Been there, seen it, done it, and you need players around like that who can pass that on to maybe the younger players in the side that might be feeling the pressure a little bit.
Yeah, we felt that deflation here in the studio as well, but we will endeavour to bounce back, and I'm hoping you can do the same out there, Charlton Athletic fans. Coming up on Charlton TV later tonight, we will have extended highlights of today's game against Northampton Town, and from early next week, Charlton TV subscribers will be able to watch today's production back in full. We're back on Tuesday night, of course, as Nathan Jones' side take on Cheltenham Town. Well, Brownie and Liz will be back alongside Scott Minto. What a dream team. And don't forget, you can purchase your match passes for just £10. I will definitely be tuning in, gentlemen. That is it from us here at the Valley. Apologies if we kept you a little longer than usual. We did want to wait for that interview with Macaulay Gillespie, of course. But we didn't get all 3 points today at Northampton Town, but it's still plenty to be positive and optimistic about. Brownie and Liz, it's been a pleasure to have you here this afternoon in the studio. Thank you for wherever you've been watching out there in the world, and we'll see you back Tuesday night. Come on, you Reds.
For the cross, it's tapped home, and it's the skipper, George Johnson. Saved off the post, and then Alfie May follows up.